not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can roll the image. Make it flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind.
Georgia and Middle Georgia and everyone else around the world through the World Wide Web. This is the Morning Roast for Thursday, August 15th, 2013. You heard live from the Doghouse Raining with Irv, Ed, and yours truly, DB.
Yeah, DB's not too feeling too good this morning, huh, buddy?
Yeah.
A little under the weather?
Yeah, a little bit. It seems like I got some stuff, some sinus stuff. Either it don't want to come out either the nose part or the mouth part. Somewhere.
We got a plunger.
No.
Well, we know one thing. It's not pubic hair, so don't worry about it.
Thank
you keel over, we'll call the ambulance.
Shouldn't be too serious.
Well, you keel over, take picture, update Facebook, then call the ambulance.
Okay.
What's up, DS photo guy? Calls us, what's up, bitches? By the way, he also says it's not how you feel, it's how you look.
How you look.
He looks like...
Not look, rook.
You mean like how you play chess?
How you rook?
Oh, rook.
Rook.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's dog talk.
No, the rook. You know.
Yeah.
Chess.
Yeah.
You know, dude who looks like a castle.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rook.
Well, good morning, everybody. It's good to see you all. And once again, good morning, DS. Good morning, Michelle. And good morning, Monty Sprinkle.
Yes, indeed. Monty Sprinkle.
What is Monty Sprinkling?
I don't know.
But, he must be sprinkling rain.
Monty Hall's brother.
Yeah, we're having some little bit of delay.
It is raining out here, dude. It's gray, dark, rainy. Just about everything to make you feel depressed.
Yeah.
But
70 degrees and raining here in Macon, Georgia, with a high, believe it or not, a high of 75 and a low of 67.
Yeah, well, I remember Billy Crystal doing the imitation of that guy. He used to say, "You look fabulous." What was it? No, you look marvelous.
Yeah, Fernando Lamas. That's Lorenzo Lamas' father back in the day.
Let me see. He ran out of Montana Springs names. He started using those. I don't get it. He's a troll. Well, we'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
A lot going on. Actually, I just got a video from Al Tillman debating Mr. Timley.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Both look pretty good, actually, but Timley looks pissed off, like he's annoyed that he's there.
Nor that he's there, or nor that he's running.
I think, yeah, that he's annoyed that he's running, that he has to run for a seat that he feels like he's owed, that he's lorded over for the last God knows how many years.
Mm-hmm.
And
white or black?
he's black.
He's black.
I don't even know who the fuck he is.
Anyway, he's the president of the city council. How in the world he got there is beyond me. You know, this is a guy that barely talks to anybody, and when he does, it's, you know, pretty much I don't give a shit. I'm having this conversation because you're in front of me, but not because I really want to talk to you. And that's kind of how it looks on this video. It looks like he's just freaking annoyed being there, asking the question. Why don't you just give me the job? I don't want to have to run for this shit. I've earned it, or whatever. And, you know, here's the thing, looking back and saying, all right, well, what have you really produced? Not much. During your tenure, Mr. Timley, Megan has been doing nothing but struggling with numbers and people leaving here. And so I don't know what it is that you're proposing to the county. But once again, I mean, he sounds just like Miss Lucas, right here. Again, this person, along with Mr. Timley, can't stand the idea of consolidation. And so I don't know, now that he wants to run for a consolidated government, it's almost like, you know, you're anti-communist, and then because it's the only party in town, you decide to become a communist and start to run for something. I just don't get it. I really just don't get it. So, and another thing, there's this gentleman that has been kind of obsessed with Anthony. His name is Kenny Evans, and he's on Facebook, and he's been going off on Anthony. Well, lo and behold, last night he called me about close to 11 o'clock at night, literally threatening me with a lawsuit and all this shit. And I went absolutely ballistic on this guy. And I told him, I said, listen, this, by the way, I have Cox Cable. I could certainly get a hold of some kind of a recording, and I'm going to bring it to the sheriff and show him that I'm getting harassing phone calls from you at 11 o'clock at night, and I don't even know you from a hill of beans. That's called harassment. So if you want to file a lawsuit against me saying that you're an idiot because you don't want bus service on Sunday, you're out of your frickin' mind, you stupid ass. But anyway, we did have a discussion. Afterwards, we talked for a while. And then, you know, he wants me to hate on Anthony. And I said, you know, Anthony's my friend. I don't agree with most of what he says. Either way, I mean, obviously you haven't been a fan of the show. Knowing how much me and Anthony lock heads on, you know, completely polar opposite on most subjects that we disagree with, right, Derek?
Right.
You know this.
Definitely, without a doubt.
You know, Derek and I agree a hell of a lot more than Anthony and I. And so I'm with you on that. You may not like his politics, but to me, the guy seems completely freaking obsessed. He's upset that Anthony is going around without a shirt. That, he's running for mayor, he shouldn't be wearing shorts.
Well, I would recommend it to be shirtless today, Andy. You may need to wear some galoshes too, so just in case.
Yeah. And I'm serious. Good morning, Vorp. What's up? And Rocco, by the way, is putting on a show this morning, so he won't be around Michelle, so at least you get a break. Right now, he's casting his show. But, you know, this is the kind of shit that goes on in this community. This guy doesn't know me. Then, when I'm explaining to him where I'm from and all, I thought you were some guy with a car and money and this. Well, why are you going around judging me when you don't even know jack shit about who I am? You know absolutely nothing about me. And he's apologizing now towards the end because he knew I was serious. I swear on my mother's grave, I will go to Sheriff Davis and say, look, I'm really concerned. This guy is obsessed. He's all over me on Facebook. He's all over this guy. He's threatening me with a lawsuit, $300,000. What else can he threaten me with? What else? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know this guy. And when you look at him, he looks like that guy from what's his name? The guy that ate the brains of people. That killer with the mask. Hannibal. He looks like a Hannibal kind of guy.
Really?
Very creepy looking.
Wow.
He said he has all this money that he won in a lawsuit in some kind of an accident. He has all these lawyers. He's all lawyered up. Yeah? Who gives a flying crap about lawyers? Mm-hmm. Lawyers is a $10 word for liar. A bunch of liars. They pretend that they're doing something good when in fact all they're doing is screwing up the whole freaking country. Mm-hmm. You think about it. At one time you used to go to a minister to get advice. Now you go to a freaking lawyer. Mm-hmm. Even ministers are all lawyered up. All that pedophilia. They have to figure out how to protect themselves. Stupid ass. True. Anyway, so that's what I was dealing with yesterday.
I didn't know it was. This must have been. Oh yeah, you did say it was like late at night, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it was 10:53 at night. My phone starts to ring. I look at the number. Who the hell is this? He starts going off, and then he curses at me on the phone. I'm like, you stupid ass! What the hell? Are you out of your mind? You're calling my house to curse me out? I don't even know you from jack shit. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm kind of an upfront, in-your-face kind of guy, but I don't do that shit, calling up somebody in the night, argue with them over a Facebook post. It's ridiculous. Threatening a lawsuit over what? Because I said that you're an idiot for not liking bus service on Sunday? Because you happen to like Mix in the Morning, that racist baiting show? That disgusting piece of crap of a show that so many in the city support? And yet we don't get supported? But they support those guys? It's ridiculous. It goes to show you how this town is made of, what is made of. They support a guy and two guys that do nothing but talk about sports most of the time. And where is the sports coming from? It's not from Macon, Georgia. It's not from it's from fricking Alabama.
What kind of talking about right
Like, who gives a shit about Alabama? Who cares? Let Alabama stay in Alabama. You don't need to bring it here to Macon, Georgia. We got enough problems as it is. We need another backwoods country that like to burn crosses on people's lawns till this day. You out of your mind? Stupid ass. Anyway, that's the way it is. Good morning, Jay, close to you.
By the way, tragic news. The two pilot and co-pilot are dead from the UPS crash in Alabama.
So they had
another one?
No.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah,
they confirmed.
Yeah, that's about, Alabama. That's what you got there. You got a plane crash with UPS guy dying.
Did they give the
That's
identities?
Not Alabama's fault.
Batcom.
Well, that's the bad plane gear's fault.
Yeah.
Something wrong.
I said there's something about the air over there that's just very thin.
Yeah, it makes you have babies that
plane went right down.
Mm-hmm.
Irv has a crisp scarf on and feeling spunky today. Yeah. Oh, I got the Crips scarf. No, actually Crips is what? Is
blue.
Is blue.
It's actually black right there.
This is more like Latin King.
Yeah. Latin Kings, yeah.
Yeah, dark, black.
Thank you, Jay. Close to you. Jay, close to you, got up early, especially to watch our.
That's sweet, Jay. Close to you. I appreciate that. I feel so close to you now.
Thank you.
By the way, we are very much appreciated by the owner, Vaughn Live.
Yes, Mr. Mark Vaughn.
Mr. Mark Vaughn, and I'm very happy about that. I mean, it's not every day that we get any kind of encouragement or any kind of, you know, accolades or anything that we do.
That's very true. Take them as we can. Take them as we can get them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's Thursday, August 15th. I want to say, well, happy 23rd month birthday to my niece, Chloe. You know, and as the president said, well, Chloe, Sasha, Malia, go to bed. Thank you.
Go to bed. It's early in the morning. They should be getting up.
Okay. Watch Sesame Street, then go to bed. Okay.
Anyway, Mark Vaughn, he kind of loves the morning roast. Imagine that. Well, you know, what are you going to do? Of awful by it. I do appreciate that he likes us. Because we've been working our asses off. Am I right, Derek?
Yes.
Derek has been on point in this show, never once turned his back on it. And believe me, it doesn't go unnoticed. I notice it every day that he shows up and to do this show for no pay and very little recognition on the fact that we're putting on such a great show.
No.
He's not getting paid?
Neither is he.
Nobody's getting paid here. Anyway, so Ed, you can do better. Good job, Irv. Good job, Ed, Derek. Ed, you can do better.
Yeah. Shoot the fucking moon.
Anyway,
oh, by the way, did anybody catch the moon? Or whatever? Oh, not the moon. The meteorites the other night.
No.
That we can't fucking see from here.
Well, we can't see. There's too many damn clouds up in the sky. But anyway, once again, we're here. This is now Thursday. We're getting plenty of water to drink.
Mm-hmm. Especially for the trees.
Anthony may be here on Friday.
Oh.
Just to kind of chill out with us for an hour or so. So we'll see what happens. But we're going to start with our first news story, of course. We have some serious issues going on. We're going to start with an owner of some property that the neighbors are finally complaining about. And then we'll go into that. Well, why don't you do yours first? Yours sounds a hell of a lot worse than mine.
I think we should call this Throwback Thursday.
Yeah, Throwback Thursday.
And I have a mascot for it.
Cool.
Good.
Yeah, okay. In local news, we have a man that was robbed at a hotel off Sheridan Drive. A man was robbed over the weekend at the Fairfield Inn on Sheridan Drive in North Macon, according to the Bibb County Sheriff's Office. It was the latest in a string of robberies at hotels in the Arkwright Road area and at a gas station on Arkwright. Investigators reported the victim was unloading his car Saturday night when someone came up from behind him and told him to hand over his wallet. Instead of complying, the victim negotiated the man with a gun, talking him into letting the victim keep the wallet and credit cards in exchange for $80. The robber left the parking lot in a white car driven by another man.
All right, there you go. One thing you don't want to do in Macon, Georgia is go into one of these roach motels. It seems like they're always robbing people in these hotels, right?
Yeah.
It's like a cesspool.
But he did a good negotiation job. He's got to keep his wallet.
I mean, don't these people sleep? Isn't that what the hotel is for? Go inside and watch TV and sleep.
Most of them do a lot of fucking.
Doing out to go to a hotel to go rob somebody.
Yeah.
Cheating on their spouse.
Yeah, hot cheat, like they call them in there, hot cheat hotels. We got plenty of them, and especially in this frickin' weather. And some of these hotels they can't even afford the AC.
The no-tell motel.
Yeah, the no-tell motel. I like that. It's a good road name.
Oh yeah.
No-tell motel. By the way, we've got a situation where a neighbor, somebody's not cleaning up his yard. We got a shitload of that here in Macon, Georgia. You'll be driving down streets and you can almost imagine how beautiful they used to be. But they're a complete caricature of what they used to be. Garbage everywhere, old cars abandoned on lawns, and all sorts of crap.
Just call it what it is. It's a shithole.
Yeah, it's a shithole.
It's a shithole.
But here we have one that woman who's fighting this. In Pleasant Hill, of course.
Okay.
The Unpleasant Hill, we should call it. Bernice Cotton says the house has become a home to stray animals and vagrants who would also urinate in the bushes. She says she's tried to get the city officials involved but didn't have any luck. Of course.
When did you get that article? The other day?
It's right here. It's today's news.
Oh, okay. Then go ahead.
But Wednesday morning, after call from police, the owner, Peter Givens, was out with a mower and clippers beginning a cleanup of the house.
Yay!
Givens declined to speak to us on camera. He was also a Pleasant Hill community activist, which surprised Cotton given the situation in the home he was in. Charity begins at home. If I'm going to go out in the community first, I've got to look at my house and keep my house clean, she said. The City of Macon's Department of Economic and City Development says they often rely on neighbors' complaints to follow up on houses that may be violating maintenance codes. Mm-hmm. She says after inspections, if codes are violated, they're given a certain amount of time to clean it up before going to court. So there you have it. We have one cleanup and a few 100,000 more to go. What the hell?
Well, it's starting to take this one down. The one
Well, they tore most of that shit down.
Yeah. About time.
All right, Derek, keep it rolling. I got another one coming up right after you.
Okay. I got one story here about a Perry State Trooper accused of DUI.
That's the one I just got up. All right, I'll have to switch. Go ahead. I love this.
Okay.
You know where he's going.
Yeah,
Look
Georgia.
at his face.
Mm-hmm. You got a picture of him, Ed, or?
You have a picture of this guy? You got to show that face.
Yeah.
Just talk and I'll find it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, a Georgia State Patrol was arrested Tuesday. A Georgia State Patrol trooper was arrested Tuesday evening for allegedly driving under the influence while off duty, but driving his patrol car. According to the Georgia State's Patrol Public Information Office, Trooper Marshall Tyler Harris was driving on Interstate 75 near exit 135 when he left the road and struck a guardrail. Harris left the scene and returned to the patrol post in Perry. The investigating trooper smelled alcohol on Harris's breath and arrested him. He was booked into the Houston County Jail around 6:30 p.m. and charged with the DUI, failure to maintain lane, and leaving the scene of an accident. Harris was off duty at the time. There was no other vehicles involved and no injuries. According to the Houston County Jail website, Harris was bonded out of jail Wednesday morning yesterday. He is now on administrative leave with the Georgia State Patrol while the incident is under investigation.
Wow. All right. Well, there you go. Under investigation.
I got his picture here. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We got a picture of this guy, I think, coming up.
Yeah, he looks like a happy camper.
Yeah. He looks like he's drunk. Look at that face. Oh, I want my toy back. I'm so angry.
Well, we know what Ann's doing now.
He's not kind.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Stupid ass. I can't believe that guy was a cop to begin with, or whatever the hell he was.
State trooper, yeah.
He's like a bastard. It just stops you and wants to throw your ass in jail. How could he lose his job?
He says DS1 should have pulled a Slim Sims.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Yeah, I bet he's pissed off. Thinking about that. Freaking judge gets off with a slap on the wrist. Oh, I enjoy being behind the bench. I love my job.
Well, who's under the bench in front of him?
I should be there, judging other people while nobody can judge me. Nobody judges a judge.
Wow.
I like to get Judge Judy on his ass.
You would be judged by your peers.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this guy was peeing all right.
Oh yeah.
peeing on the
Peers,
street.
not
They're
peers.
freaking drunk.
Pews.
Stupid. I mean, here you are, you're a cop, and you're driving around drunk. That goes to show you how screwed up they are, and how entitled they feel. You know, well, I'm a cop. I could do that. I could run red lights. I can go against traffic if I want to. I can go inside Krispy Kreme and buy up their last few donuts if I want. And by the way, not pay shit for it. Yeah.
Herb, you are a sourpuss. Read a happy story.
All right.
Okay.
Vorbabite. You got a happy story to give? I bet not.
Yeah. Oh,
the only
well,
happy story you'll talk about is
got
burning Muslims.
Well, I got two.
The
I mentioned.
little boy that was missing, they found him.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
That's
I
good
have
news.
some other good news too. The Museum of Aviation is preparing to recognize National Aviation Day on Monday, August 19th.
All right.
The day recognizes the history and the development of aviation. It coincides with the birthday of Orville Wright, who, together with his brother Wilbur, made significant contributions to power flight. Orville was born on August 19, 1871 in Dayton, Ohio. The oldest aircraft in the museum is a precursor to the Wright brothers' flying machine, a replica of an 1896 glider designed by Octave Chanute. It is displayed hanging from the ceiling on the second floor of the art gallery of the Eagle Building. Now, the aircraft was the most successful glider Chanute ever built, with hundreds of controlled flights up to 359 feet for as long as 14 seconds. Its rigid truss-supported biplane design became the basis for the Wright brothers' gliders. The Museum of Aviation has dozens of other aircraft, most inside air-conditioned exhibit buildings, that provide a survey of USAF and American aviation history from World War II to the present. It also is the home of the Georgia Aviation Hall of Fame, located in the Century of Flight hangar. Visitors can be inspired by the courage and ingenuity of airmen and reflect on the essential role of aviation in our world as they celebrate Aviation Day. And the museum is open daily from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. For more information, go to the www.museumofaviation.org or call 478-926-6870.
There you have it. And, excitement's going on around here. We had debates yesterday. They squared off Wednesday at City Hall.
Oh, okay.
And it sounded like it was a wing-dang doodle of a ding-dong.
Yeah.
Whatever. Ding-dong.
What did he say?
It was a showtime in Macon City Hall Wednesday night as community members and city leaders came out to watch candidates for Bibb County Commission go head-to-head instead of toe-to-toe. This is head-to-head. They're butting heads. In some of the first debates of the race. Could you imagine this late in the game? Now they're starting to argue.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they couldn't do this shit before. Now they're doing it right at the tail end of this thing. We're what, about 7 weeks away, if that much.
Well, if it's supposed to be
September
September
17th, right?
probably
15.
3 weeks,
3 weeks.
4 weeks away.
Bibb County Democratic Party hosted the forum. By the way, you have to pay, and there's another one going on at 10 o'clock this morning that you have to pay. In order to debate, you have to pay in order to go in and see it. I mean, this is, I don't know. I'm going to just read this story. It says, Bibb County candidates at a forum in Macon City Hall for District 7, candidates Eric Arnold and Barry Bell. I know Mr. Bell, he's a good guy. Discuss population and downtown revitalization. Arnold, a software developer, stated that he's in favor of a facelift in downtown Macon, and Bell, a business owner, put the emphasis on making a change. Thank you. We want to create better citizens, not bigger jails, Bell said. District 8 candidate Regina Davis and Virgil Watkins discussed how their strengths will benefit the community. Watkins, who is currently serving as Macon City Council, stated that his longevity in city government showed his commitment to Macon. Yes and no. I mean, look, I like Virgil. I really do. But it doesn't show squat about, your job performance. It only shows that you got people that will vote for you whether you're doing a good job or not, because it's called a clique. And you know, Anthony and I discussed this last night. This town is made up of nothing but a bunch of cliques. That is why we will not get where we should be. And hopefully this consolidation idea of bringing everybody under one umbrella will help. But there is no such thing as community involvement. Everybody's in a little clique. That's just the way it is. You see it even with our friends. We have certain friends that we used to hang out with. Of course, my table was always open to everybody. My table was always the biggest frickin' table over there at Roasted. Seemed like everybody wanted to hang out at my frickin' table. And it was because I was including everybody in. But those very same people that sat at my table are now cliquish. Now, if you go up to them, they're all like in a corner, all talking to each other, and they won't bring you in. They won't bring you in on a conversation. Meanwhile, they know you, they know all about you, they've been there with you, they've been partying with you, they've been hanging out with you and drinking with you, and then all of a sudden, like the next day, they don't know you from jack shit. That's just the way it works around here, folks. So this whole thing about his longevity doesn't prove squat other than my point that everybody's in a clique. And he, oh, by the way, he also says, I'm still relatively young. Miss Regina Davis is not some old bag either. She's probably my age. Somewhere in her early 50s. No big deal. And with my 10 years of service, I bring experience to a new government. Davis described herself as a Macon native and real estate broker. I have a genuine concern for Macon and I am persistent, she said. But it was District 9 race that seemed to be the primetime battle of debates. Community activist Al Tillman and Macon City Council member James Timley differed on almost everything, including consolidation and increasing the city's population. At one point during the debate, Timley stated that he does not have a criminal record, and obviously Tillman doesn't have a clue. During his closing argument, Tillman referred to Timley, saying, if you need someone to win the best dressed contest, you can vote for my opponent. Mr. Timley has continued to oppose many things in this community, Tillman said, and we want to look towards to bringing this community together. He's opposed to so many things in this community that I just don't think he can oppose anything else. The only one thing he can oppose now is me. In response to Tillman's best dressed statement, Timley admitted to being a snazzy dresser. No, you're not. You're a freaking clown. With those big ass bow ties and those purple shirts that you wear, you ugly bastard. You're a complete disgrace. I don't look at you as a snazzy dresser. You're a freaking clown. All dressed up and no place to go. You don't go anywhere.
Disclaimer. The words of Irving Martinez are his and his alone. It does not reflect.
Yeah, they're my words. You don't like them, too bad.
Ed Binary Word, Mark Von Lime TV, or the World Wide Web.
Well, and then, of course, he said, I don't think he has commands of the facts. Obviously, Tillman said. He misquoted a lot of facts. And then on Thursday, there'll be some more face-ups. And at 8:30, the Greater Macon Chamber of Commerce, which is this morning, will the host mayor candidates. By the way, Anthony wasn't even invited to that. He found out through the grapevine. At a forum at 6 p.m. at Macon Auditorium, the NAACP will be hosting tonight at the Bibb County Commissioners candidates at District 1 through 5 at Macon City Hall. Again, folks, why wasn't Anthony invited to this? Because he's not part of the clique.
Let me add something. When David was not on the list,
Yeah.
you know, ridings are not on the list, the ballot. So but David went anyway.
Yeah.
Even though he was, you know,
Well,
David.
Anthony's
He
going
wasn't
anyway.
invited. He went.
But ain't that some bullshit? You're a writing candidate and you're not invited because you're a writing candidate?
Because writing candidates are considered expendable.
They're what?
Didn't pay nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. They didn't pay anything. Yeah, it's all about money. Good morning, Iraq. Good morning, Saibuki. Yeah, I don't blame you, Saibuki. I saw the video. I thought it was funny. I thought it was brilliant, actually. He's got great special effects in it. And, yeah. What the hell? It's his style. You know? Let me see. Israel, the rich part of America will never share their wealth, so don't worry. Yeah, you're right. They keep all the billions to themselves while you can eat GMO and live on food stamps. I'm starting to like this person, Israel. Israel. I get it. The hell.
4 says no shoes, no shirt, no service.
Why wasn't Anthony Harris invited? Could it be possible that something to do with Anthony not wearing a shirt? Most likely. I'm gonna let's see who's on this phone.
Yeah, we have a call.
Well, look who's here. Good morning, Anthony.
How you guys doing? How you doing?
Good. How you doing there, buddy?
I'll tell you what. You know what? What's going on this morning outside the Douglas Theater, because it's Macon, Georgia, it's not unbelievable. If this was happening in any other city in the nation, it would be unbelievable.
What is it? Tell me.
Well, I show up, okay, at this forum about 8:15. It starts at 8:30. I show up at this forum, and I go in there, and they're all looking, oh, the RSVP, we're looking at your badge for you. What company are you with? I said, I'm the write-in candidate. And I'm here to be up there on the dais with the rest of them, even though I was not invited to this. And I said, I RSVP'd last night. When I found out around 11 at night, when I found out, I called and left a message on the answer machine saying, on their voicemail, that I will be there. So I get here, and they start to write me a tag. You know, there's all these, like, ladies mingling around, look like they're rejects from the Cherry Blossom Festival. They're all hanging out up front, and one of them goes and gets somebody. The lady comes back and says, well, Mr. Harris, since you didn't pay the fee, you're not included in this.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, you got to be kidding me. I said, well, you know what? You can sit here and try to ignore me all you want, but I'm going to get out there, and I guarantee one thing. I might not win, but I'm going to take some votes from some other people to prevent them from winning. And you can bank on that. And they were all like gathered around listening to me, and people were coming out of the woodworks right there. So I said, that's fine. You know, you're not going to let me in? That's fine. She goes, well, you can come in and sit in the audience and watch. I said, no, that's okay. I said, I can get more done and be more productive standing outside with my sign. She goes, well, sir, you can't stand in front of the building. I said, don't worry about it. I'm standing right there in MLK across the street in a legal spot holding my sign, and you can't do anything about it. So here I am outside MLK. Pretty rainy, but the rain stopped. I got an umbrella.
Okay, that's
and
good
I'm
to know.
out here holding the sign, and I'm getting a lot of attention. Fox 24 just filmed me from across the street, standing out here. So with my sign. So they're bastards, guys. They're bastards.
I know. And, you know, I found out this morning from Ed that they were charging. I didn't even know that. If not, I would have mentioned that to you last night in our conversation.
Wow.
But that goes to show you, Anthony,
Yeah.
how absolutely disgraceful, whether it's the government or the people in this city can be, that they will hold you back
Right.
from running for public office if you
Right.
don't have any kind of money, and they're going to charge you to get your voice out. This is why I'm so grateful to Vaughn Live TV and this medium that we're using, where we don't pay shit except I pay my cable bill.
Right.
But that we're allowed access, and even that nutcase that called me yesterday, that guy that's obsessed with you, Kenny. Yeah, even he was asking me, oh, don't they charge you? What about FCC rules? Don't they charge you? He was all confused about this medium. And I said, no, it doesn't cost us shit. We're not worried about FCC rules. We only have to comply with what the site itself set up as ground rules, and we try to obey those. But that's it.
Well, what it is, guys, is it's $10 for people outside in society, the public, to get in and get the breakfast from 8 to 8:30. But apparently she said candidates were only invited if they paid the $3,000 qualification fee.
Yeah.
And I said, and when she was saying that, she was blinking her eyes, and I said, don't lie to me. I said, I'm a poker player. I can pick up tells. You're blinking a hell of a lot. And I said it exactly like this. I said, you're telling me by your blinking that you are lying to me. And then she blinked again. This other lady showed up. This guy shows up standing next to her like he's Mr. Security. And I said, and then right when I was about to leave, Jack Ellis walks in. Hey, good morning, everybody. He gets the sign. I look at him. I go, see, Jack, why don't you talk about this? What do you think about this? And he looks at me like, what are you talking about? I said, how do you feel about one of the candidates for mayor being excluded from this forum? How do you feel about that, Jack? And then the lady turns towards him and starts shaking her head towards him like, no, please don't answer. And she was doing it right there like I couldn't see her. With her back to me. And I said, this is ridiculous. I said, that's okay. I said, that's okay. I said, I'll be at the one tonight by the League of Women's Voters. It's free, like it should be. And then everybody in the lobby, I said, if any of y'all want to hear all sides, then come tonight at 6 p.m. at the auditorium. I walked out, went to my car, got my sign out, my umbrella, and I'm out here right now. And it's great because the cars are pulling in left and right, and they can't help but notice me because they have to stop in traffic to pull in. Here's Joe Allen crossing the street. Hold on, let me hold this sign towards Joe. Oh, no, it's not Joe Allen. It's the guy that looks like Joe Allen. Remember to write it in. Right here, brother.
I love it.
They left me out of the debate. They didn't want to include me. Pretty communistic, isn't it? Yes, sir. You live in a communist city.
Yep.
2013 in the USA. Unbelievable. Like I said, guys.
Okay, and I hope I know you have an umbrella. Do you have a shirt on it? Because I would recommend in this way you could catch pneumonia.
No, I haven't started to get sexy yet. I'm out here in my white suit. I got my hat on. I'm looking pure right now. I'm looking like a street evangelist.
Wow. or an old slave owner.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. Anyway, no, check this out. Vorpal says, but the fee is paid to the Democratic Party, not the general fund.
No. This is not run by the Democratic Party. That's the one on August 21st. This is the one put together by the Greater Macon Chamber of Commerce, which is part of the city. Now, last I looked, I pay taxes towards the Chamber of Commerce, don't I?
Yeah.
Well, no, don't I?
Wait.
This is run by the Chamber of Commerce this morning. It's utterly ridiculous.
You work?
I can't believe that the news isn't just jumping on this. It's like they're told not to, you know. I saw Kuzno too, and Kuzno's cool. We shook hands. I told him what happened. He just stood outside and told me, yeah, man, they did the same shit to me last time. He said, I know it. He said, I know it's screwed up. I said, it is. I said, good luck, David. I'm going to be out here next time. He goes, okay, thanks. But it's just screwy, guys. It's screwy.
Well, does it surprise you, Anthony?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't because once I found out from an unnamed source last night, someone emailed me and said, you going to that thing in the morning? And I said, in the morning? What are you talking about? The one I'm going to is at 6 at night. No, he goes, I got wind of one that's being put on by the Chamber of Commerce at the Douglas in the morning. I said, really? So I went to the message, I went to their Facebook page, the Chamber of Commerce. Sure enough, they had a flyer up there. Hey, come to our forum, 8 to 10 o'clock. From 8 to 8:30 is the breakfast. It's $10 for the public. Blah, blah, blah. RSVP, please. So I called the number at around 11:01 last night, right before midnight, and said, hey, I'm the writing candidate. I wasn't invited to this, but I'm going to show up, so I look forward to meeting y'all. It was a real nice little note. So I show up, of course, and all these goddamn rejects from the Cherry Blossom Festival, these goddamn Junior League women wanting to be Carolyn Creighton.
With their pink hair.
I mean, it's ridiculous, man. In this city, and they wonder why this city sucks.
Well, no one's wondering anymore.
And Jack Ellis doesn't even have the balls to fucking say anything about it. You know, it's just.
Of course not. He's not gonna get his. He's not gonna get his hands dirty with you, Anthony.
I know.
He's not gonna go there. First of all, he really, in his gut, heart, he really doesn't like you.
Of course not.
You
He don't
know?
like anybody.
Exactly.
He don't like anybody.
Yeah. So, well, keep on keeping on, kid. Keep making a spectacle.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's my right. I dare him to arrest me out here today. I dare him. Because the shit will hit the news so fast, and I guarantee I will get a lot more voters if they did. I
Yeah.
guarantee it.
Yeah.
I told that lady that. I said, you guys don't want to include me in this because you don't think I'm legitimate. I said, guess what? I'm going to be out more than anybody before September 17th. And I said, guess what? I might not win, but I guarantee I prevent a few others from winning. Watch.
Well, I agree.
Sorry to disrupt your show. Y'all get back to it if you want. The rain stopped, so I don't need my umbrella out here. But I'm going to take a picture of myself out here with the Douglas behind me, and I'll post it later on my page.
Okay, very good. We'll put it up.
Keep it on, guys. Love you.
Love you too. Thanks,
See ya.
Ed.
Take care. Keep dry.
Are you gonna be here Friday?
Well, hey, I'm going to come get you today for tonight's forum around.
Yeah, I know. But I mean Friday for the show.
I hope. I have to see whether Heather works and the car situation.
Okay.
It's tomorrow.
Sounds
I'll
good.
let y'all
That's
know.
tomorrow, rather.
But either way, if I don't make it, you guys will have a lot to talk about from that forum tonight on
Oh
tomorrow's
yeah,
show.
no doubt about it.
So,
So, all right, buddy. See you later. Have a good time.
yeah, I had a great conversation with you last night, Irvin. It was fun talking to you.
It was fun. It definitely was fun for sure. I felt good about it.
All right, y'all. Take care. Have fun.
All right,
man.
buddy. See ya.
Continue to watch the morning rose.
Oh, thank you, my brother. See you later. Have a good time. Be careful.
See y'all later. Bye.
There you go.
There you go. Anthony Harris right in front of the forum at the Douglas Theater.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't allow him to go in. I would have loved to be a fly on that wall watching this all go down. Jack Ellis walks in.
Mm-hmm. Or raindrop on that awning. See what's going on over at the Douglas Theater. That that's got to be a sight to see right there.
Anyway, what are you gonna do? Good morning, everybody. Let's just say good morning to everyone now that we're all here and trying to get our scruples together.
Get all here in prison accounted for.
Yeah. We'll start out with good morning, Saibuki. Saibuki, one of our oldest chatters, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Viewers, participants, family members. Saibuki. DS Photo Guy, of course, one of my best friends, Michelle Stacy. By the way, Michelle, you have a beautiful voice. You have to hear her on the phone. Beautiful voice. Can only imagine. Good morning, Yirak Wildcat, another great friend. Great brother. Really taking care of me when I was really down and out. 72 Virgins, Goat King. We got Good Time Radio is back. Jade's close to you, of course. Michelle Fat, who's talking about hamburgers all morning. Opiate for Life. Pastretta is back. Smell My Finger, of course. Welcome. Thumbs up to you. You could smell that if you want. Too Much. Vorpal by 2. An old timer as well. Kettle Corn. And Nick and Lynn, who's been around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. Vorpal, you've been a viewer since day one. You don't remember Saibuki being around? Of course you do. Of course you do. He's been around probably as long as you. I'm not sure, but...
Shall we play Ant's commercial?
Pardon?
Ant's commercial?
Yeah.
I guess you could do it. Yeah.
He didn't hear it.
Axel must be tearing up that bone that you gave him. I hear a whole lot
I
of
came in
crunching.
Rawhide yesterday, come back to me and say, motherfucker was gone.
Yeah, well, oh, by the way, he chewed up my shoes.
You would expect. He needs something to chew on.
Yeah, well.
At least not testicles.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, yeah, I know, he likes to lay down. We'd have to drag him in here on all fours in order to get him up on this camera. But he's chilling out, he's enjoying himself, believe it or not.
I think you scare him.
Yeah. So, Anyway, there you have it, folks. We had that situation now with the candidates running. It's a hot season here in Macon, Georgia. Finally, some of the truth is getting out. Doesn't mean anything around here, not much. You tell the truth and they ostracize you. You speak up anything that makes sense and they shun you. They're afraid you're going to make them all look stupid. And why is that? Because they are stupid. So many of these people here, they think they know what the hell they're talking about, and they really don't. They don't Google it. They don't research it. They just guess. This is why we're in a place where we're at, where we're not even respected as a community. We're a music capital, and yet what do we celebrate? Cherry blossom. A bunch of old dying women looking at flowers all day, coming off of trees. And this here was a real problem. There were no cherry blossom during the cherry blossom parade.
Yeah, that was kind of bad.
A bunch of bare trees, bunch of twigs. You ought to celebrate Twig Tree.
Twiggs County.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Twigs County's got that.
That's a good one.
Anyway, what else is in the news, Derek? You got anything there?
There's Axel. They're saying they hadn't seen the puppy yet.
Say again?
The picture.
Yeah, that's Axel.
Let me see. Hold on, before you take it off. Oh, there's Axel. That's my dog right there.
There we go.
Cute little eye. He looks so terrified. Look at that.
He's going to town on that. You hear him?
Oh, yeah, he's definitely going to town.
It's all good. MS61 says, I love fat people. Well, good for you.
All right.
Good for you. Then you could go see Rocco, and you'll can masturbate over him if you want.
Well,
let me see. What else?
Well, what else? Well, August 15th, just want to say that 68 years ago, victory was Japan surrendered, effectively ending World War II, as we now know as Victory over Japan Day, or VJ Day, or VP Day, which is shortened for Victory in the Pacific Day.
Yeah, or Nuclear Bombing Day.
Yeah, the term has been applied for both the days. Well, actually, it's celebrated on the August 15th and August 14th due to different time zones that we are in Japan and in the United States. August 15th is the official VJ Day for the UK. So for those who live in UK, shout out to Sabuki. While the official U.S. commemoration is September 2nd. When it was announced, that the United States and the rest of America's Eastern Pacific Islands, as well as September 2nd, when the signing of September 2nd was when the signing of the surrender document occurred, officially ending World War II, where Admiral MacArthur had the papers to the Emperor of Japan at that time, Hirohito, signing on there declaring that they have officially surrendered. On September 2nd, there was a former surrender ceremony that was performed on Tokyo Bay, Japan, aboard the battleship USS Missouri. In Japan, August 15th is usually known as the Memorial Day for the end of the war, or as in their language, Shushin Kanimbi. The official name for the day, however, is the Day of the Mourning of War Dead and Praying for Peace, or Senbachusha wo sushi shutoshi hiwa wan kinshiri hi. That's, I apologize if I mispronounced it.
What the hell was that?
It was Japanese.
Ah, okay.
The official name was adopted in 1982 and by an ordinance issued by the Japanese government, and it's also August 15th today is also commemorated as Liberation Day in Korea, for those who watching in Korea. So there you have our little history lesson on this day, where Japan surrendered to the United States, ending World War II and its allies.
There you go. And that was great. We ended that war and we started immediately on another one.
Talking about
Didn't the Korean War start after that? And then we had Vietnam, and then we had the one Desert Storm. Then we had the Iran-Iraq War. I mean, rather, Iraq War, whatever. Then we have now Afghanistan. Please. Now Egypt is falling apart. God only knows what's going to happen there.
Oh yeah,
we're living in a world of chaos.
Oh yeah. Before we go into our break, I just got some breaking news from the WMAZ website. Breaking news: there was a school bus that just overturned in Houston County.
Oh.
Yeah, the Georgia State Patrol says that they're on the scene of an overturned school bus on Dunbar Road. This is from Bernard O'Donnell from WMAZ. A spokesman in Atlanta says that there were a few students on board of the bus, but the injuries appeared to be minor. No further details were available. But so far, what we know is that the accident happened near Westside Baptist Church at 1101 Dunbar Road, which is near Simmons Road. There will be further updates on this story when more details are available later on in the day.
Yeah, wow. Well, ATT, to answer that question, no. That was one of the issues that was talked about. They said they're afraid, or there was some issue about they wanted the kids to be free in case something happened. Not to have seatbelts.
Oh yeah, tell you. Oh, why there's no seatbelts on buses?
There was all these excuses.
Are there any seatbelts on the Greyhound buses?
You know, I don't think so.
I think that's probably why, I mean, if they have seatbelts on Greyhound buses or something like that, it would be a no-brainer to have seatbelts on school buses. I mean,
Mr. Mike says there's no seatbelts on any buses. That's true.
They say it's a safety issue if they have them.
Oh, okay.
That's why they don't have them, which doesn't make sense, but.
Menace Zen says, I think Greyhound has seatbelts, but they're optional to wear. Okay.
Okay.
All right, well. Good morning, Michelle Burgers. We got all these Michelle women on here. Michelle, what's going on with that?
Good morning, Plastic Canvas.
Yeah. Good morning, Plastic. Can't wait to get that knitting job. What do you call that?
Needlepoint.
Yeah, the needlepoint. Can't wait to get your needlepoint in here. Hopefully we'll celebrate our anniversary having something new.
Yes, which is less than 30 days away.
Less than 30 days away will be 1 year broadcasting as the Morning Roast. Not too bad. There are a bunch of buses here that cater to tourists that had bed bug infestations. I won't ride one. Are you kidding? Oh, that's beautiful. She says I'm shipping it on Tuesday.
My bus trip last year, when I left Macon, just outside of Atlanta, we're doing about 70. Okay, I'm sitting in the middle of the Greyhound.
Yeah.
It felt like the transmission slipped, like the transmission slipped a little bit.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, the bus is stopped, and then there's this S10 pickup pulling alongside. The front end is fucking totaled. Didn't even leave a mark on the bus. Anyways, the dude was rolling a blunt.
Oh my goodness.
Trying to pass the bus and slammed into the back of it. Needless to say, he got a free night stay.
Free night stay at the Dewdrop prison.
The ball in the whole jail.
Yeah, he definitely lost that battle between him and the bus or train, wherever he was hidden. That's for sure.
I got pictures of that truck too. I'll show you.
Okay.
But we got a break to go to now.
Yeah, we're gonna go to break. Boy, that was quick.
Sad. Okay.
First hour already gone.
Yes, one and done right here. It's 9:05 a.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. You're watching the Morning Roast live from the Doghouse with Irv, Ed, and DB. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Daddy, Daddy. Finally Spider-Man defeated the Sinister Six and saved the day.
Of course he did. He's Spider-Man.
Say goodnight, sweetie. Time for bed.
Good night.
You know, honey, this city needs a Spider-Man who can defeat the Sinister Six who are running for mayor.
We do have a hero who could save the day. And you could say he's a bug of a different sort.
Oh, really? Who's that?
The write-in candidate. His name is Anthony B. Harris, or Ant for short.
Ah, yeah, I heard about him. At 44 years old, he's definitely the new blood this city needs.
And he has a great vision for Macon's future. What is it, honey?
My spider sense is tingling. It's telling me that Ant is the only choice.
Take the Sinister Six out of the equation. Write in Anthony B. Harris or Ant for Mayor Macon on September 17th. Paid for by the candidate.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
I was watching me and my mama watching this movie that made Kid too.
32 basketballs.
We're locked up. This sucks. I hate when it does this. They can hear you.
Alright, we're frozen, Steph.
Yeah, I was gonna try to get
Ant's commercial made my computer crash. Look on the counter and ask her.
Oh.
I'm busy right now. All right, here we go. Go back to where I was. How about that?
Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
I was watching me and my mama watching this movie.
Can't show kids.
The all-new Fiat 500L. More room, more possibilities.
Oh, man, I will never forgive your ass for this shit. This is some fucked up Republican shit.
Death Star plans are not in the main computer.
Hey, if we want to hear you talk, I will shove my arm up your ass and work your mouth like a puppet. You hear me? You hear me? What? Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
I'm Superfly TNT. I'm the Guns of the Navarone. You the motherfucker should be on brain detail.
Darth Vader, only you could be so bold. The Imperial Senate will not sit still for this. When they hear you've attacked a
But why don't
diplomat...
we leapfrog all that bullshit? Save ourselves a lot of aggravation and time, of which there's close to zero.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a member of the Imperial Senate on a diplomatic mission to...
Don't give me attitude.
Get the fuck out of my face with that shit.
Holding her is dangerous. Word of this gets out, it could generate sympathy for the rebellion in the Senate.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing. Please, continue.
She'll die before she'll tell you anything.
Shit, Negro. That's all you had to say.
Lord Vader, battle station plans are not aboard this ship, and no transmissions were made. An escape pod was jettisoned during the fighting, but no life forms were aboard.
Whatever you find, you bring it to me. And I don't need to tell you to be careful.
Yes, sir.
Don't try to frighten us with your sorcerer's ways, Lord Vader. Your sad devotion to that ancient religion has not helped you conjure up the stolen data tapes. or given you clairvoyance enough to find the rebels' hidden fort?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Enough of this.
Man, this ain't none of your goddamn business.
Vega, release him.
Motherfucker. Cool in the game. You know, we don't want to fuck your shit up. No, that's what to do. 'Cause I'm a bad mother. I've been doing this for a while, so I know all kinds of neat little interrogation tricks. You know, good cop, bad cop, reverse psychology, stare down contest, threats. You name it. I've done it. Hold on to your butts.
At the end of it?
Mm-hmm. And we are back. Welcome to the second hour of the Morning Roast, live from the Doghouse with Irv, Ed, and yours truly, DB. It's 9:12 a.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. It's 70 and wet. 72 and still wet, still raining, with a high of 75 and a low of 67
But it
degrees.
feels nice and cool.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Feel that breeze.
Yes.
You smell that popcorn?
Nah. Remember, I'm under the weather right now.
There you go. Bob Fickling. By the way, I did that show for him called Up Next. You remember we interviewed Miriam Paris?
Mm-hmm.
He just wrote on his Facebook page, "The Morning Roast, best new show on the market. Get some." That's very nice.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bob Fickling. Thank
Bob Fickling. He's a great guy, I'll tell you. He puts on that jazz concert in the park every few times a year, actually. And he works for Making.tv.
Yeah, MakingBib.tv.
MakingBib.tv.
That's part of your digital cable. That's if you ever get to check out some local shows from public access, check on the MakingBib.tv.
There you go. So thank you once again. It's always good to know that people are liking the show, regardless of whether they like me personally or not. Really don't care. Well, sometimes. You got anything there? I see somebody with a New York baseball cap on.
Oh yeah. I had a good news story. It's a very good one. People say that we need to put in some more. Here's a good one right here. The rapper Nas helped raise money for a single father of 8 kids after a house burns down.
That's Nas?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nas.
Yeah.
Stanley Young from Washington, D.C. is a single father of 8 children, is receiving help from rapper Nas after his family's home was recently burned down. Mr. Young reportedly became a single parent when his wife died last year, and after a fire destroyed their home above a store last month. The Youngs found themselves in a hotel, which they have to leave by August 13th, which was earlier this week, I see. But Young's plight touched the Queensbridge artist Nas, who started a fundraising campaign to help the family get a new home. And according from Nas's words, he says, "I am also a single father, and we don't get enough credit in this country. I'm committed to helping Stanley and his 8 kids. Moreover, I believe and hope that we should all, as a community, come together to help our fellow American men and women when they need us in desperate situations like this. See if you can't find a few dollars to help the Youngs get back on their feet with me. We need to raise enough to extend their stay and maybe even afford a down payment on a new house or something." So Nas himself has actually contributed $5,000 to the cause, and the campaign has raised $62,000, $62,354 as of the time of the press had reported. For Nas, seeing the community come together and support the Youngs is the type of catalyst our communities need. He said, Young says that he's working with the Red Cross, the District of Columbia office of the Tenant Advocate Family and Church in order to find a new home. But engaging how successful the fundraiser has become, he may not have to wait much longer for that to become a reality. Wow. So
There you have
Best
it.
wishes to Stanley Young. You know, keep on keeping on.
Well, Nas was staying at a hotel when I was the night manager, and at the Alex Hotel, which is owned by not Rubel, the other guy, Ian Schrager, who was Steve Rubel and Ian Schrager were the owners of Studio 54, the original Studio 54. Steve Rubel, of course, died, but Ian Schrager went on to be a hotelier. And Nas actually had rented out the penthouse, and he was with the girl that was the original from the Wiz.
Diana Ross? Or
no.
Stephanie Mills?
Stephanie, yeah, the little
Stephanie
short
Mills,
one.
yeah.
Stephanie Mills. Stephanie Mills was on the elevator, and believe it or not, she's shorter than I am.
Yeah, she's about 4'11".
She's about 4'11", yeah, she's real petite. Anyway, she was on the elevator with Nas, and very nice. He tipped very well, by the way. And so it doesn't surprise me that he has that kind of heart, because he's a good tipper.
Yes.
What the hell has he done in the last few years? Has he done anything besides?
Well, that and plus paying, like, you know, child support, no alimony to his ex-wife, Keyless, you know, because she has the milkshakes to have all the boys come to the yard. Damn right, it's better than hers, or better than yours, but she can teach you, but you have to charge.
Yeah. Well, why am I wearing colors, Rocco? Because you're here. You're the other gangster. Gangster guy. Here comes our story. Well, what the hell, Rocco? What am I supposed to sit here and stare at your ass all day? Supposed to do something. Try to make the show interesting. Anyway. Rocco, he made her do some beans and rice, and now Earth's got an attitude. Actually, I would have enjoyed, I actually like cooking. My dad was a chef, and he taught me how to cook. Not that I'm a chef, but I sure as hell know how to make a good rice and beans. And pork chops.
Tell the truth, I wouldn't
and
mind.
plantains.
It's getting, since the weather's getting cooler, and plus I got a you know, little tickle under the throat. I wouldn't mind making some beef stew or make some of my famous traffic light chili.
Yeah.
Make some more of that. That would be a nice thing to do.
Well, we're not into cornbread. You know. Spanish people don't really like cornbread. I like it, but it wasn't a staple. And neither that nor grits. Grits is like...
totally southern.
I only started liking grits when I got to Georgia. Before then, I've never had it. You know.
Well, don't feel too bad. I had never had a cannoli before either, so...
Oh, cannolis are great. but you gotta eat it like right away. You can't, like, you know...
What, it gets spoiled really quick?
Well, it's like a cheesy thing, you know. It's got a lot of sweet. It's made of that cheese, cheese you spread on bagels. What do you call it?
Cream cheese.
Cream cheese. Yeah,
definitely cream cheese. Yeah.
What kind of cuisine do I like? Well, my favorite food, of course, is Spanish food, because they do give you a lot. And then the other people they give you a lot is Italian food. Italian food and Spanish food, they give you a lot. When I was in Barbados back in 1990, I believe, and they those people don't even have one stitch of fat on them, and I wondered why. I wondered why everybody was so in shape. There wasn't one heavy person I've ever seen on Barbados for some weird reason. And what was the reason? Well, because they only serve like little portions of food like this. It's almost like they ration it.
Yeah. Plus, not to mention, you gotta remember, they don't have no 24-hour supermarkets like they do here in America.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have like Walmart's or Target, you know, 24-hour McDonald's and Wendy's and, you know, Burger King.
Yeah, Spanish food is different than Mexican food. Mexican food is mostly a lot of vegetables, and it's very kind of Indian food. It's
spicy.
very spicy and all that. If you're gonna compare the dishes, let's say dishes from Puerto Rico look very much like the dishes in Cuba.
A lot of plantains.
And Santo Domingo.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of their food tastes the same. When you go to Mexico, it's a whole other freaking planet.
Yeah.
A lot of their food looks like they chewed it up and spit it on the plate and then you're eating it. Everything is like a goop mix. You know. I don't like having rice that's like soup.
Yeah.
You know. So
But
I don't
sometimes, but sometimes it can be really tasty. I guess it depends on how you cook it. Like, my dad used to love chicken and rice soup. Like chicken soup, they had like, chicken noodle. They would, Kroger, you'd have chicken and rice soup.
Yeah. I mean, soups are good when you haven't.
I might have to get me some maybe later.
Yeah,
today.
you may. Wow, look at the rain come down, dude. It's like an ocean.
Yeah, man, like a freaking tsunami.
Wow. Where's the ark?
That's good.
Don't forget to wear your rubbers.
Yes. Yeah. Matter of fact, speaking of ark, speaking of that, there was some flooding nearby in Lawrenceville. Some parts of.
Oh, I live in Lawrenceville. What part of Lawrenceville?
They didn't specify, but it has.
That's 100 miles away, dude. That ain't no nearby.
Well, you know what I mean. Well,
you
within
got
the
a car.
state, yeah.
Yeah. When you gotta walk it.
Yeah.
Anyway, hopefully they have boats over there.
Mm-hmm.
They're right near the Lake Malinia anyway, so they're not too far away. But anyway, maybe we can get that story up later on. Find out what the hell's going on over there. By the way, the Mayoral Forum is on live stream, and guess what's happening? They shut it down. Goes to show you, they can't even get that right.
Oh, maybe because of weather, possibly.
You think so?
Look what's going
anyway,
outside. It's pouring.
Mayor Rickett looked bored to hell when it flashed on. He's like sitting there like this in a corner. And Jack Ellis and David Kuzno are sitting next to each other. Mm-hmm. It's like they're laughing. Anyway,
yeah. I have some other news.
Yeah, bring it on up because I'm.
I got it.
Oh, you do?
What do you got, Ed?
Hold on.
I've spent my entire life here in public service.
Okay, here we go. We got a lull.
Roll the beautiful streaming footage.
Go, King. Irv, what's Irv gonna eat? Steak and potatoes.
All right, here we go.
I like steak and onions, no mushroom.
Okay. Here we go. We're gonna go into it. Please stand by. We're getting into the morning debate.
Oh, we're actually doing this. Is cool. All right, here's a mayoral debate that's going on right now as we speak, folks. The guy in the corner here, if you're looking at the screen, he would be on your right. That's Mayor Rickett, the Sinister Six.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Bishop. Mr. Allen.
Most of your racial divide that you have in this community is between politicians. They don't know when to keep their mouth shut. It's not always I, it's we. We have to work as a team. All of us, we're all God's children, and that's one thing that we all have to look at. You did not know that what you was going to be born when you were born. So we do meet our Maker, and one day He's not going to look at the color of your skin. We shouldn't look at the color of your skin. We should look at the color of your heart and what you want to do for this community, and that's to make this community grow, and we need to grow as a family.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. One of the most vexing problems that has faced Macon and Bibb County for decades is dilapidated building, commercial, residential. We've been trying to address this problem for years and years and years. Mr. Allen, what specifically can you do different to start eliminating this problem?
We have done a very sorry job in trying to do that, I promise you. I was in Village Green just the other day, and there was house after house in Village Green that was dilapidated. Talked to police officers over there. I got out and we walked. Went to Kings Park, same thing over there. Went to 2nd Street, had the same issues over there. We have got to have people come together as teams, as organizations, and And we need to try to take control of those homes, put liens on them, tear them down, make parks out of.
You're back.
Oh my God! It goes to show you the excitement of that debate.
Yes, definitely. It was thrilling, cutthroat, just exciting.
You see, now if Anthony would have been there, that shit would have been jumping.
Mm-hmm. It would have been hopping. It would have been. You would have been. People would have been.
By the way, you take a look. I mean, body language is everything. You take a look at Mayor Rickett. He's sitting way off to the left.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to be a part of these people. And it goes to show you that is his very essence. This guy is nothing but a self-absorbed, I'm more important than anybody else kind of guy.
Well, of course. Yeah, because, of course, he's the incumbent, so of course he's going to have that feeling,
Yeah, I look like I need to gain some pounds, you're right. 25 pounds, maybe. Anyway,
Bacon.
What is all this lettering? UMDS is in the USA, right? Come from God and not man. What is that?
A DS for the guy in ATT having a have a religion state versus church debate.
No, whatever.
The Goat King.
Never mix alcohol, religion, and politics together.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're going to have one wing dang dinger of a debate, which will be probably more exciting than what we saw a few minutes ago.
Menace, you're funny as hell, but
That is good. I like that. Coke off the U.S. I was watching Cops last night, and they walked into this guy, and he was snorting lines of coke off the top of a urinal in the bar.
Yeah.
That fucking nasty.
All right.
Manosaki.
Well, I do have some other stuff going on. This is one that I haven't even heard. This is from Fox News. Farrakhan blasts Obama. He blasts the president.
Farrakhan doesn't like anybody that doesn't bow down to what is it? The honorable or dishonorable womanizing Elijah Muhammad.
Yeah.
That guy banged more women than a goat on a field.
Well, it says that Farrakhan blasts President Obama. It says that black unemployment higher now than when he was first sworn in. Obama cannot.
Rocco, I'm sorry. I hate to cut you. Rocco, could you please stop littering the chat line with a bunch of F words? Can you please stop doing that? You got your own freaking show to do that on. Do me a favor. I don't want to have to look at your F word every 3 seconds. Thank you. I asked you nicely not to do that, but obviously you're thick-headed. You can use another word. You don't have to F word, like this is your raggedy-ass show. Thank you. All right, go ahead.
Well, Minister Farrakhan, Louis Farrakhan, has basically just puts the president on Front Street, where he says he just straight rip him, and basically just a quote where he says, "Clearly we are in a dire condition," Farrakhan said in a recent address, "and the government of America cannot solve our problems. Let me show you a little bit more." He later continued, "Even though we are in 2013 and celebrating a two-term black president, the brother simply has not been able to repair the damage caused by centuries of racism and greed, which has run this nation over a fiscal cliff." Wow. Well,
people are free to believe what they want. Get it? Yeah. That's it. You're right.
Yeah.
If not, or move to North Korea. You're absolutely right. And DS photo guy is right. This country was chosen on the idea that you're allowed to have religion. You're allowed to have pieces of shit like this Farrakhan on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? There are some things that he does say that I agree with. But there are some things that he's out there. It's more about his religion than it is about the people. Mm-hmm. It's more about his Honorable Elijah Muhammad, stupid ass, who's dead now. Who cared?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, Hawkeye, that last video was so exciting. Can you please run the mayor video again? Actually, it's going on live right now, Hawkeye. This is an early morning debate, and if you checked out earlier in the show, Anthony Harris was in the rain. He was the 7th candidate, mayoral candidate, and he was not invited because he didn't pay the fee or to get in there with the other 6 mayoral candidates, and now he's basically protesting in the rain and campaigning at the same time. Well, the other ones were just dry and just had their nice little egg McMuffin, chicken biscuit or whatever. And
you make me hungry now.
You know,
what are we talking about? I'm sorry, I missed it. I'm reading Rocco's answer to my question. Go ahead.
Well, Hawkeye was asking about the videos, about the mayoral candidate video, and I told him it was live. It was a live stream video because it's still going on right now. It's supposed to be it's 9:30 right now. It's supposed to be on until what, 10 o'clock?
Oh, I don't know.
That's what they said.
Honestly, Derek, I don't give a flying fuck. That's it. I already know who I'm voting for. I've lived here long enough. I watched their little debate the last time. Every time they asked a question, here's my input. Riekert, his thing was to help would be employment. Mm-hmm. A man's been in there how many years now? What has he done to help employment? All right? Mm-hmm. Charlie Bishop, he comes off and says, oh, well, blah, 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 this only happens when the election comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a break. Will you be living under a rock? All right. Okay. You know her? She looks familiar, don't she?
Yes. Ooh, dang.
You know her?
Yeah, that's one of my schoolmates.
Yeah, I figured so. I know her too.
Oh my God.
Busted!
Speeding, marijuana possession, and DUI.
Wow. What a buzzkiller.
Yeah, it is.
That is a buzzkill.
Yeah, that is a fucking buzzkiller. Not as good as the one with the guy with the joint in his ear.
By the way, Michelle Pfeiffer, I got your picture. Cute, baby, cute.
Yeah, I hope she'll be able to.
I'm glad you're on, wherever she is.
Well, luckily, at least they posted her bail, posted bond, so hopefully she'll be able to, get do what she has to do, to get over this, hump, speed bump that's going on. Because that's, you don't want to see your classmates, end up in a bad situation. You want to be able to, help them out, and hopefully, or whatever, or if you can't help them out, at least be able to support them in doing whatever they're going through. So, but another news.
By the way, the Michelle I'm talking about, Rocco, is Michelle Fat. She was on, I think she was talking about hamburgers before. Somehow, I don't see her on anymore, so who knows. Anyway, other news, go ahead.
Oh, yes. Another news, there was an 8-month-old Bartow County boy that Ed said previously in the first hour, he was found safe. And this was in Ackworth, Georgia. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation, GBI, has located a missing 8-month-old Bartow County boy. William Caden Stover was reported abducted late Tuesday night from a home on Comanche Drive in Ackworth, Georgia. Investigators say that they believe 22-year-old Samantha Nicole Barrett, no relation, stole a gray 2003 Ford Taurus from the child. And yes, I definitely know. I would definitely remember her from the last family reunion. I would know. Bartow County Sheriff Clark Millsap says Stover's mother and Barrett are friends. Says we need to get all the help we can get, Millsap said during the search. At this point, there's no evidence to show the boy is in danger. We're running down a number of leads. Miss Barrett has connections in Bartow and Cobb counties. Millsap said that she was arrested on methamphetamine charges in 2009, and the reason why Barrett took the baby remains unclear right now.
Wow.
But we're glad that he's safe and sound. And I said, as I said earlier, there was a school bus that was overturned in Houston County. School bus that was overturned. Matter of fact, here's an update on it. There were 2 children reported with minor injuries when a Northside Elementary School bus overturned in Houston County this morning. The accident happened around about 8:15 a.m. near Westside Baptist Church on 1101 Dunbar Road, near Simmons Road. The school spokesperson Beth McLaughlin says 6 children were on board the bus. One reported to have a bloody nose, and another said his arm was hurt. All 6 students were taken to be checked out at Houston Medical Center. None of the injuries appeared to be serious, so that's good to know. The bus driver and monitor did not appear to be injured and were not taken to the hospital. She said that the Georgia State Patrol is investigating the cause of the accident, and I guess there will be further updates of the story as it progresses.
Yeah, and we'll bring those to you when we're updated. We have another one. Georgia man accused of trying to grab a child was found shot. Atlanta police say a man who tried to grabbing a child being walked to school by their mother was shot soon afterwards. Sergeant Greg Lyons says a woman was walking a child to school Wednesday morning when a man approached and tried grabbing the child. The woman and child escaped and called police. Lyons says shortly afterwards, officers responded to a shooting near the area, and there the man tried grabbing the child, where the man tried grabbing the kid. Lyons says officers found 24-year-old Rico Holmes bleeding, and the woman who called earlier identified him as the suspect. Authorities say Holmes told investigators he was a victim of an unprovoked shooting by an occupant of a small burgundy car. Lyons says charges are pending against Holmes, and the police are searching for the shooter. What do you think happened there? He tried to grab another kid. That's what happened. And you notice how he says an unprovoked shooting. Bullshit.
Well, he must thought
somebody got him.
He must thought the kid was packing or something.
Well, I don't know, but somebody must have seen something and shot up his ass. That's what happened.
More than likely.
So, I don't know.
More than likely. I was trying to get some through. As you know, August 28th, this upcoming, which will be less than 2 weeks away from today, will mark the 50th anniversary on the 1963 March on Washington. And not that many people don't know about this this guy who basically organized the March on Washington. His name was Bayard Rustin. He was born on March 17th, St. Patrick's Day in 1912, Westchester, Pennsylvania. He died August 24th, 1987 in Manhattan, New York City. He is getting a posthumous accolade. This is a story just from Dwayne Wickham. Basically, which is a shame that Bayard Rustin, who died back in 87, didn't live long to see this day. Bayard Rustin was a driving force behind the 1963 March on Washington. He was a leading proponent for a 1941 march on the nation's capital that was called off only after President Franklin Roosevelt acceded to the demands of civil rights activists and ordered an end to employment discrimination during the defense industry.
And that's really what the march was about. It did have grandfathered in civil rights issue, but it really was a jobs. That was really the crux of the matter. Was really more about jobs and equal opportunity.
It's kind of. I've never heard about that. There was actually supposed to be a march on Washington 2 decades before the one in 1963, so it would have been 70-something years ago.
Right. It was started by another guy. He was there, but he was already much older. He tried to start it a few years earlier, but he didn't get much traction.
Yes.
And Martin Luther King was not the headliner, actually.
Yeah.
It just so happened that it turned out that way, but he wasn't.
Yeah, it seemed to be that way. But he was among the people who organized the 1963 March on Washington, Mr. Bayard Rustin. And he will receive one of the nation's highest civilian award. He is one of 16 people President Barack Obama will soon give the Presidential Medal of Freedom, an award that was established by President John F. Kennedy in 1963, just a few months before the FBI started wiretapping Rustin's home telephone. The reason for the surveillance, it says Mr. Rustin was a former member of the Young Communist League, a group he quit decades earlier, and a close advisor to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a civil rights leader with whom FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover had an unnatural obsession over. In a 1965 memo to Attorney General Nicholas Katzenbach, Hoover explained that the phone tap was necessary because Rustin was writing speeches for the civil rights leader and counseling King in respect to the Vietnam situation. As far as Hoover was concerned, he says neither Rustin's Quaker faith nor his strongly expressed pacifist views could put any distance between Rustin's early dalliance with communism and his lifelong work as a civil rights activist. And he basically, Mr. Rustin lived most of his life in the shadow of greatness, but he was the chief strategist behind the 1963 March on Washington. But it was King's, whose I Have a Dream speech that day that catapulted him into the national spotlight.
Yeah.
Also, not that many people don't know this, but in 1947 he organized an interracial group of 16 men to challenge segregated seating in public transportation in the South. Back in 1947, he was jailed in North Carolina 14 years before the actions of another group of protesters got worldwide attention, which launched the Freedom Ride movement a good 15 years later. And which is another one. Not that many people don't know about this, but the reason why we haven't heard that much about him because he was fighting an inner fight in the civil rights movement that he was an openly gay black guy, which was even further. I mean, talking about being in the closet, he was like way into coat check.
You're talking who? Bayard Rustin?
Yes, Bayard Rustin. Yes.
Yeah, Rocco just mentioned it. He said he was gay.
Yes.
That's why his history is hidden. There you go.
Yeah.
What was the name of the little
So
boy?
you're right on point there, Derek.
Do you remember?
Well, it's funny because James Baldwin was gay and he wasn't hidden.
No, he wasn't.
Because he was an intellectual, that's why.
Yeah. Plus, not to mention, it was implied anyway. It was implied.
Yeah, well.
Because
but it's the same thing happened here in Macon, Georgia with Little Richard.
Yeah. William Stover, that's his name. William K. Stover.
Yeah.
That was
There's another Amber.
This is why, we'll go to that in a minute. This is why Little Richard isn't celebrated in this town. And meanwhile, they continue to celebrate. And I have a story coming up. But let's do the Amber Alert, since that's a little bit more important right now. Do we have a picture or do we have something?
Can't do a picture, remember?
All right, so we have an Amber Alert.
This is in Carrollton, Georgia.
What is it?
As of August 15th, 2013, last seen, Leland Hill, 5 years old, vehicles described as a 2011 Chrysler 200. Color is red. Georgia license plate, Papa Dog 4, 0 Uniform Charlie. That's PD4, 0 UC. He's 5 years old, 3 pounds, 3 feet 46 pounds, with blue eyes and short blonde hair. Last seen wearing a red pajama shirt and black pajama shorts, and he was abducted by Christopher Stevens Fields, who was a 25-year-old male, 5'8" in height, 190 pounds, blue eyes, short brown hair. Last seen wearing blue jeans and a light-colored T-shirt. They are believed to be traveling in the Chrysler. And if you have any information, call Carrollton Police at 770-834-4451.
Wow.
And I'll put the link in there too. So.
By the way, I want to say hello to Hawkeye New Jersey. He's known as I Am Santa. Good to have you on here, Hawkeye. And there you go. There's your Amber Alert. And anyway, going back, Little Richard.
Yeah.
Little Richard was never given. I mean, he's given credit by how many musicians? I mean, my God,
Countless
even the Beatles.
The Beatles,
Even Elvis. Elvis may have mentioned him a couple of times.
Obviously, Prince. That's
and Prince. And Little Richard Penniman. Rocco, could you shut the hell up for like 5 minutes and stop writing? Give yourself like 3 seconds and let others write. Thank you. Jesus. You're yapping on. God.
Hydroponic muted.
There you go. God, man.
We should just
So
kick him in the
distracting.
butt. Where's the kick in the ass button?
Anyway, so going back to Little Richard and the gay thing. They don't like you here if you're gay. They tolerate you somewhat, but they never did that with Little Richard. But meanwhile, I've got a story right now that is about Barry Oakley, the guy from
Allman Brothers.
Allman Brothers, right? They just created a new bedroom in his museum. Now, let me just show you the double standard that we have here. Here we have Little Richard, an icon, a guy who was number one on all genres. I mean, rock and roll. God, they even took him. Just about anybody would say that Little Richard influenced them.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, they celebrate a guy like Barry Oakley who died in a motorcycle accident, possibly due to being drunk while he was driving that motorcycle. And to be honest with you, how many songs are there that the Allman Brothers really wrote? I mean, what's so big about the Allman Brothers?
Rambling Man. Well,
Rambling Man. About a guy about being born on a bus. Give me a break.
Well, you have to give credit where credit. The Allman Brothers, Greg Allman and the Allman Brothers Band basically paved the way for Southern rock. For rock music, for Southern rock. Because you have.
Well, what about Little Richard? Little Richard was rock and roll.
Well, yeah, that's true. But
and if anything, he paved the way because he was more famous before those guys came along.
Yeah, well, obviously, duly noted. But I'm just saying, specifically Southern rock as like kind of like a subgenre.
Yeah,
a little niche where you have other Southern rock and rollers like besides the Allman Brothers, you have Leonard Skinner, such as Leonard Skinner and I want to say Charlie Daniels, but a lot of Doobie Brothers. Would they be part of Southern rock?
Yeah, maybe. Doobie Brothers, yeah, I guess it would be Southern rock.
Yeah.
That's what.
ZZ Top.
What's his name? Michael McDonald.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Couldn't understand a freaking word he's saying.
Okay, as you know that they're buried in Rose Hill.
Mm-hmm. Rose Hill Cemetery.
They're buried in Rose Hill Cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne Barry Oakley.
Yeah.
And Dwayne Allman are buried.
Yeah, I visited there.
I got a picture here. You carry on if you want, but this picture was before they put the fence up around it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. But anyway, I'll read the story while you're showing the picture.
Yeah, Marshall Tucker. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, board members of the Big House Museum are celebrating a new renovations that will offer more history to the fans of Allman Brothers Band. The Barry Oakley Suite opened Tuesday at the museum. The suite is a remodel of the living area that once belonged to the late musician, his wife, and daughter. The suite includes items from Brittany Oakley's childhood, like a dollhouse and a dress she wore on Brothers and Sisters album cover. Executive Director of the museum, Lisa McClellan, says Linda Oakley donated the items and helped with design ideas. Some of the pieces that you'll see in here are original from when they were living here. Some of them were pieces that she did purchase, but she also made sure that she kept the integrity of the era they were living. The renovated area of the museum also includes a bedroom of Dwayne Allman. There, fans can see some of his belongings, such as handwritten notes, clothes, and pictures. As a fan of the ultimate spot, this is the ultimate spot because the Allman Brothers fans are special, and we all get it. Well, what do you get? What is it that they get? Here's what I get. They continue to celebrate the dead in this frickin' town. And yet you got guys like Otis Redding, who created better music, who had more hits, and who had more influence across the board. You have, and he's not celebrated like they are. You have Little Richard, right? Who's still alive. They don't give him shit. And it all goes back to what? What are these guys, how are these guys different than the Allman Brothers? You tell me. What's the obvious difference between them?
Different following. Different type of people following.
Different followings. What else?
Different genre, subgenre.
Different genres.
I know you're getting at. The race card.
Thank you. Thank you. Different race. Different race, folks.
We all know about the history of the South.
And you know how it is. Allman Brothers, a bunch of guys who did a lot of LSD and ran around in motorbikes and did all this stuff. Even have an album where they're butt naked with their penises hanging out.
You like that one, dude.
And they get, no, I don't like white guys. And they
The words of Uri Martinez are his and his alone and does not reflect.
It's not my cup of tea. I hate tea. Oh, no, and I'm serious. And these guys get celebrated. And they were killed on a motorbike because of obvious reckless driving. But yet you got a guy like Otis Redding who died on an airplane that somebody else was driving. He doesn't get celebrated like this. You got a guy like Little Richard who's been around for goddamn eons. He doesn't get celebrated. He doesn't get a museum. He don't get shit. He got an award from Mercer University. So what? That's not really coming from the people. Most of the kids in Mercer come from other states. They don't even live here. I don't get it. Anyway, the museum is open. You want to go and, if you want to go and go to the museum and go and jump on his bed and do all that, go ahead. I'm not interested. You know? Exactly. Yeah, this is one of the signs that they put up at the terminal station.
Yeah. That's true. Talking about some pain.
We are friends for life. You know what, Rocco? I love you, Rocco. It's just, God, man, you are so ADD.
Yeah,
Everybody's ADD now.
All right, I'm ADD. It takes one to know.
I'm ADD. You're ADD. He's ADD. I'm EDD.
I want to say hello to Mystic Shitter. I like that.
Just got some alphabet soup right there.
That's a new name. I like that. Mystic Shitter. And Firefighter is on. I love my firefighters. They're the real heroes. The real true heroes are firefighters. Those are the bravest.
Yeah. Because fire don't discriminate.
They don't walk around carrying guns. And yet they are complete heroes. They go in and fight those fires like nobody else can.
Yeah, because they can work it under pressure. Definitely under pressure. Speaking of under pressure, I guess, or the withdrawal from it, I had some news. I guess a roughly weird sideways segue to sports. Wimbledon. There's a Wimbledon champion by the name of Marion Bartoli. She's from France. She basically announces she's going to retire from her loss. She decided to retire last night, saying she can no longer deal with the continuous pain in the court. I don't know if that's physical pain or just pain from losing.
Is she female?
Yeah, she's female. Her tearful announcement at the Western and Southern Open came less than 2 months after she pushed through the pain to win her greatest championship on Wimbledon's chewed-up grass. She says, "My body started to fall apart and I was able to keep it together to go through the pain, a lot of pain throughout this Wimbledon to make it happen," said the 28-year-old French player, said tears running down her cheeks. "That was probably the last bit of something that was left inside me." She was seeded 15th when she beat Sabine Lisicki for the title of the All England Club, ending the match with an ace. She climbed into the stands to hug her father, Walter, a doctor who drove her 100 miles or so to tournaments in France while she was in middle school. Bertoli has been hampered with an injured left foot, right ankle, right hamstring, and Achilles tendons injury. Said every part of her body hurt while she was on court yesterday, and it's been like that for some time. She reached a goal of career high ranking of number 7 at the start of the 2012 season, but a Grand Slam title eluded her. She finally won the Wimbledon in her 47th Grand Slam tournament, the most by any other woman before winning one. After that title, her ranking moved back to number 7. So she just retired, and wish her the best.
There you go. Goodbye.
Yep, goodbye. I also have some upcoming games that's coming on tonight on TV. Check it out. The Carolina Panthers versus Philadelphia Eagles. That's going to be on 7:30 tonight. Check your local listings and cable listings for these games in your area. There's also another, also another game coming up. I think Atlanta's having one tonight. That's also at 7:30. 7:30 tonight. Goodness, I'm trying to get it.
All right.
But anyway, there's gonna be some games coming on.
Yeah, a lot of games going on.
Some going.
There's a lot of games going on in this town. Believe me, a lot of stupid ass games going on. Believe me.
I have some other sports news. Tom Brady sprains his left knee, but he did walk under his own power, so he's going to be okay for the beginning of the new season. Also, there's Atlanta's going to be playing against Baltimore Ravens, the defending Super Bowl champions. That's going to be 7:30 tonight. And San Diego versus Chicago Bears is going to be on 8 o'clock tonight on ESPN. So check your local listings. And
it's a good day to watch sports because there's not much you can do out in the pouring rain.
Definitely, that's for sure.
And it's going to be pouring all day.
All day. Matter of fact, for the rest of the week as well.
Yeah.
This weekend.
So
definitely keep dry or have your umbrella handy.
Wear your rubbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely wear your rubbers.
Don't stand under a tree.
Yes.
Don't stand under the apple tree.
Well, I have one more, actually 2 more sports-related stories. Brooklyn Cyclones. This minor league baseball team, the Brooklyn Cyclones, will host a series of Unity Day events this week after a nearby Jackie Robinson statue was vandalized last week with racial slurs and swastikas.
There you go.
Unity Day events will highlight the racial unity of the statue, which features Jackie Robinson, Major League Baseball's first black player, being embraced by Brooklyn Dodger teammate Pee Wee Reese.
Okay, so for guys like Ellen Macon and guys at AT&T saying, if you keep looking back, you're never going to see the future. How's that for you? It's not in the past. It's right now. The bullshit still continues. So it's not that we're living in the past. It's that the past is the present. It's the same shit is going on still.
Or the bigots still.
And you got to be stupid to think that looking in the past is somehow wrong.
We're not looking at the past. The bigots are looking at the past. They're the ones who try to desecrate the statue. Same people who poured that grease spray paint on the Lincoln Memorial a couple of weeks back.
Yeah.
And actually, to add on to this, the team will kick off the event by rededicating the statue at 5 p.m. at MCU Park.
You could say the same thing for a black guy, ATT. I lived in Brooklyn, New York. I lived in Howard Beach. I know what it's like to walk through a neighborhood, and if you're black, God help you. You have all these guys pouncing on you.
Hey.
With bats.
I know what it's like to be a white and walking through a black neighborhood. It ain't no fucking different.
Or a black guy living through a black neighborhood.
Yeah.
Or a white neighborhood.
Well, black guy in a
I know exactly.
Black guy in a nice suit with gold chains.
Yes. Well,
thank you for giving me extra 3 inches there.
As extra said, the team will kick off the event by rededicating the statue at 5 o'clock at MCU Park. Subsequently, there will be a Brooklyn Cyclones game against the Staten Island Yankees, another Major League minor league baseball team. At 8:30, there will be a free screening of 42, a film about Robinson's life, which has a scene where Pee Wee Reese embraces Jackie Robinson. Also, okay, I'll just finish this. The Daily News is offering a $50,000 reward for any information leading to the vandals' capture and arrest. And one other thing about, there's some extra tickets. Those who lost, who couldn't get any tickets to the Mercer football game, they've been able to create more seats for the Bears football season, first football season in 72 years. They already sold 5,000 season tickets, and seeing all the single game tickets for the season opener sell out 27 minutes. They still have some few tickets left for the very first game for Monday, August 19th. It's $7 each, but the thing is, you have to go online to get the tickets. If you didn't get a chance to get the Mercer Bears opening season game, check it out. Click on Mercer v. Reinhardt image. Go to the Mercer University website to get some tickets. And all orders are subject to online convenience and mailing fees. And that's all the sports. And I guess
that's it?
Yeah, that's all I have for sports.
Oh, there you go. By the way, that sound effect is he's talking about bears, and I guess it has some correlation with there's a bear shit in the woods. That's OGN on sound effect. Just sitting there pushing buttons.
Yes. Well, I guess he's telling us it's time for a break. It's going on 10:02 a.m. We're 2 down and 1 more to go. We're into the final stretch, into the third and final hour of the morning roast. We'll be right back. Don't touch that remote.
Don't touch yourself either. Nasty.
7450 Back Creek Road across from the Bellevue Valley Elementary School.
And my wife said, it looks like an accident up there.
Control Armory responding to Back Creek.
There was a lot of blood.
Or she said, ECMC, we got to go to ECMC. And I didn't even know what she was talking about.
I've never been on that road before in my life.
Some people are born to flee.
I remember screaming for help as a car drove by.
And some people just say, hey, that's not my thing.
Others are born to save.
Hi, Robert. I feel like I know you already. I've been talking to him. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Robert Nicholas has 2 children of his own, so he knows a parent's pain when he sees it. He was on his way to the fair on Thursday afternoon on Back Creek Road in the town of Boston.
And then I seen him. Well, there ain't no way you're pulling away. There's no way you're pulling away.
When he saw a Jeep flipped over, he found 4 teenagers at the scene of the accident. Police will write in their report that 16-year-old Bailey McGroarty's life was in danger because his artery was bleeding out fast. So fast, they had to call Mercy Flight to rush him to ECMC.
Mercy Flight's airborne, 12-minute ETA. Who is going to be the ground contact?
Perhaps Bailey is alive right now because somebody stopped the bleeding.
Sean, I think, got the first aid kit. And when I was putting the first tourniquet on.
And then Robert Nicholas.
To have somebody just stop by with basically no medical training and just help out, it's amazing.
I just want to tell him that I'm very grateful for him.
Finally, he got to.
How are you?
I'm good.
Look at you. Look at you. You look a lot better. You look a lot better.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, Mr. President. Given that you just announced a whole bunch of reforms based on essentially the leaks that Edward Snowden made on all of these surveillance programs, does that change? Is your mindset changed about him? Is he now more whistleblower than he is a hacker, as you called him at one point, or somebody that shouldn't be filed charges? And should he be provided more protection? Is he a patriot? You just use those words. And then just to follow up on the personal, I want to follow up on the personal.
Want to make sure everybody is asking one question would be helpful.
No, I understand. It was a part of her question that you didn't answer. Can you get stuff done with Russia?
Good evening, Jim. The use of undercover informants is a common police technique used to bring charges against suspects not inclined to deal directly with cops. But often, the undercover agent is a shady character facing his own charges. That makes him motivated to give police what they want, whether the suspect has done something wrong or not. Donald Andrews Jr. operates a so-called smoke shop on Mohawk Avenue in Scotia. It sells incense and other smoking paraphernalia, legal stuff, but material that might also be repurposed for other illicit activities. Scotia and Schenectady County Police became suspicious and targeted Andrew's shop, sending an undercover informant in twice in March. The second time, Andrew's attorney, Kevin Lebrand, does play-by-play that appears to show the informant planting, then photographing crack cocaine that led to Andrew's arrest.
Donald turns,
He comes in, places the crack on the counter, crack which under federal sentencing guidelines would get him 4 years in jail. Under New York State law would get him 2 to 7 years in jail.
There are 7 cameras in plain view in Andrew's small store. Here's a second clear angle.
He walks in, places the crack cocaine on the counter.
Members of the Schenectady chapter of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference viewed the apparent framing of an African-American businessman and were outraged.
It was a setup, and I believe that he was racially profiled and targeted, and it would be easy for them to say that he was selling drugs because he was black.
Now, neither the Schenectady County Sheriff nor the Scotia Village Police Chief were available to be interviewed about the apparent planting of evidence. By phone, the sheriff acknowledged proper procedures were not followed, but denied his investigators purposely framed the suspect. The sheriff blamed the informant, who has taken flight. Andrews was arrested but released when he was able to get police to look at the multiple camera angles. He's taken the first step at filing a lawsuit and was not made available today by his attorney. Bill Lambton, News Channel 13.
In Williamson County, Texas, 2 sheriff's deputies are pursuing a motorcycle at high speed. They're trying to stop the bike for riding without license plates. But unbeknownst to them, the rider has a much more serious reason for evading the law. Further down the road, another deputy has blocked the way ahead. As the rider swung off the road to avoid him, the deputy considered taking a shot with his rifle. But in already dangerous circumstances, the policeman decided against it. Suddenly, the motorcycle rider's reason for fleeing from a simple driving offense becomes clearer. Over the radio, dispatch informs the chasing deputies that the rider is likely to be one Joe Vincent Thornton, who's wanted for manufacturing the dangerous and highly addictive drug methamphetamine. The chase continues at high speed, with the suspect throwing caution to the wind. Riding like a latter-day Steve McQueen, with no helmet to protect his head, this biker is taking his life into his hands. But facing a lengthy jail term for his drug lab, he's willing to risk everything. With a clear open road in front of him, the suspect puts his foot down in an attempt to outrun the chasing deputies. But his dirt bike is no match for the officers' patrol cars. Unable to outrun his pursuers, the motorcycle rider begins to veer dangerously on and off the road. The deputies know that the rider is out of options. He can't outrun them, and eventually he's going to run out of petrol. Once again, he veers off-road, and this time, he stays there. The officers have pursued their suspect into a cornfield off County Road 124. The terrain may be better suited to the dirt bike than the patrol cars, but the determined deputies keep right up behind the bike rider, whose situation now looks desperate. With 2 patrol cars, the deputies perform a pincer movement and finally bring the bike to a halt. Hopelessly, the suspect grabs at a gun holstered to his bike's handlebars. The suspect fails to respond, and the police open fire with deadly effect. The shooting dead of 29-year-old drug suspect Joe Thornton by 2 Williamson County Sheriff's deputies prompted a grand jury inquiry. The suspect died when the deputies fired 12 shots at him, hitting him 5 times. In the post-mortem, Thornton was discovered to have had methamphetamines in his system, the very drug he was wanted for manufacturing. He was said to have once dreamt of going out in a blaze of glory, a wish that seems to have been fulfilled. The 2 officers were cleared of any wrongdoing.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Penis Song.
my penis on. I wish that I had a bigger schlong. One that was quite a bit more thick and way more long.
A horrible song.
Yeah, man.
You see, I'm not the only one who used the word schlong.
Talk about getting short change, man.
Welcome back.
It's back to the.
Look at that picture, my God. What
It's
the
like
hell
you're
are
a
you
werewolf.
doing? And he gave me shoulder pads and everything. Shit.
Well, it's.
Anthony thinks it's funny.
I guess that's what I look like when I'm pissed off to people. Like an evil
That's
wizard.
your devil.
Whatever the hell that was.
You ever see those movies where
Thanks,
you know,
Hydro.
the face changes into the face of the devil?
Yeah.
That's your face.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
When they try to exercise you out of somebody's body.
Yeah.
It burns. It burns.
Oh, is that your jerk away?
No, that's water. I was just saying, it's just holy water. The power compels you.
Well, no. Well, I want to welcome everybody back. We've got a whole bunch of moderators now. Congratulations. It means that we trust your ass.
Yeah, I might be making some more. So.
Well, don't make too many.
I'm watching.
Yeah. But I want to say hello to, once again, DS Photo Guy. Welcome back. Gecko Lizard is here. Hawkeye, New Jersey, a.k.a. I Am Santa. Urak Wildcat. Beautiful pictures, by the way. Urak puts up blossoming flowers and orchids and all sorts of stuff. You ought to look at his site one day. Hydroponic, thanks for the pic. Plastic Canvas, one of our favorites right here. All Seeing Eye is here. Good morning. Good morning. That is Mr. Illuminati, by the way. ATT, Bad Owl. Hello, Bad Owl. Belly Button Fuzz, Bunga, Jay Close to You, Lager and Camp. Welcome. Mackinac is back. Mr. Mike. Mystic Shitter. Yeah, I like that name. Nical 3000. Pastretta is back. Real Man Pawns. Vocal by 2.
Yummo, I think.
Yummo. Zappa 1, Kettle Corn, and Thelonious. Now, and Watch Dog Gone. Watchdog 1, rather. Let me just say this. Where the hell's Rocco? He left. You know why? Because we weren't paying attention to him. Unless he's on with another guy, another name. You never know.
Yeah. It's going on 10:14 a.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time in Washington. Warning Roast.
Oh, he's here. He's the Thelonious.
Live from the doghouse. It's now 70 degrees outside and still raining cats and dogs, or more like cougars and coyotes. It's 70 degrees with a high of 75 and low of 67. Definitely a good time to embrace your umbrella, Ella, and stay indoors.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. You're welcome, Urak. It's true. You have a beautiful way of taking pictures. This guy, he actually knows how to tell a story with a picture. Those are good photographers. When they take a momentary picture and it's got 1,000 words in it, not just, some still life. Right? When you take pictures, they really tell a story.
See, you need to give some advice for what's his name, DSS, that guy.
What, DS Photo Guy?
No,
DS Photo Guy takes pictures of morbidity.
No, I'm talking about the guy who takes pictures, makes films with his laptop.
Oh, Shapiro? Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, you need to, you need to get the focus on. You just like Yurik, he has very good photography skills. He has a very good eye, and I'm just saying,
Who are we talking about? Shapiro?
Yeah, Shapiro.
Shapiro doesn't have a good eye. Or if you look at that
Yurik does, but I'm just saying, Yurik needs to. Shapiro needs to take some advice, check out the work from Yurik, and see how he can do that to improve his projects.
Yeah, or whatever you call it. Crap ass film. Not even a film. And We're gonna move on. All-seeing eye, where are you? It's sunny there. You're in China somewhere. Nowhere around here there's any sun. In Charlotte, North Carolina, a great place. I've been there. It's a beautiful little city. I really like it. I was there during a dub cars. You know, they fix up their cars and do all sorts of crazy shit to it. Yeah. One of those dub car shows.
Yeah, I was there last month. You know, auditioning for basically a PSA commercial with supposed to feature Cam Newton. I don't know whether or not I got the role, but you know, hopefully I'll probably check it if it's on YouTube. And it's really good. Charlotte, North Carolina is a beautiful place because you know it's the home of two legendary sports figures, Michael Jordan from Formula of the Chicago Bulls.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and also 16-time World Heavyweight Champion, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Woo! You gotta walk that up to show the symbol of excellence.
I think I hate Charlotte now.
The where the 10 pounds will go around
Charlotte
your waist.
produced that thing.
To beat a man, you gotta beat the man.
Both extremes. You got a great guy like Michael Jordan, and then you have that guy coming out of there. What the hell? Anyway, guess what time it is? What time is it? What time is it? Is it time to laugh and play?
Okay.
Oh, no. Oh, no. It's time to hear what I have to say. That's what it is.
I got you, Diaz. I got you.
Our daily bread. Today's title for our daily bread for August 15, 2013 is The Anchor of Our Hope. Written by David C. Egner. I'm going to egg you on with this one. Frank, Ted, and I were fishing for bluegill on Rice Lake in Ontario, Canada. Those of you in Canada ought to know this place. We were on a pontoon boat, and the fish were really biting. Busy baiting, hooking, we slowly became aware that the action had slacked off. Then we realized the boat was no longer sitting where we had put it. A strong wind had come and pushed it across the water. The anchor could not hold us and was sliding across the lake bottom. And we hauled it up, returned to the hot spot, and re-anchored, where we moved away again. After a third try, we went back to the shore. We could not get our anchor to grab and stick. When it comes to our salvation, our hope is anchored in the promise of God and the work of Jesus Christ. The winds and the waves of doubt, discouragement, and spiritual attack by the evil one can cause us to think that we are adrift and salvation from God is not secure. Not so. God has given his promise that our salvation is sure and that he cannot lie. Hebrews 6, verse 18 through 19. Our hope is securely fastened in Jesus Christ, who redeemed us once and for all when he died, rose again, and ascended to heaven. Our anchor is a rock, and it is unmovable. That rock is Jesus Christ. His limitless love holds us for sure and steadfast. We have an anchor that keeps the soul steadfast and sure while the billows roll, fastened to the rock which cannot move, grounded firm and deep in the Savior's love. Owens. Our anchor is the rock, Jesus Christ. And then the Bible read for today in Hebrews chapter 6, verse 19. This hope we have as an anchor of the soul, both sure and steadfast. There you have it.
There you have it. Thank
Daily
you very
bread
much.
For today,
August 15th, 2013, which is also known as
Classic.
Also known as VJ Day.
Yeah.
You a blackhead, Charlie Brown.
Blessed are you all. Yes, Bad Al, you are spiritually redeemed. Now you have to call yourself Good Al.
Well, I do have some good news and some bad news.
Uh-oh.
Do you think after this show I'll start with the bad or the good?
Let's do the bad. Get rid of that and then go build this back up.
Okay. I have let's see. There was a man charged with robbing a woman at knife point. A Macon man was arrested on Tuesday night with charges of robbing a woman at knife point. Macon PD responded to a call from a woman on L Street who told him she had come home to find a man dressed all in black waiting for her outside her apartment. The man pulled a knife, threatened to kill her, and demanded money. The man took the keys to the woman's car, pulled her debit card from her wallet, and drove away in the car. Police issued a lookout for the car and found that it's not far from the apartment. When he saw them, the man left the car and ran. Officers chased him into a creek and arrested him. Officers ran a check on the car and found out it was the vehicle stolen from the woman. The victim's debit card and the other items worn during the armed robbery was found during a search of the creek. The perp, Darius Algernon Tucker, age 21, was charged with armed robbery, aggravated assault, and burglary and transported to the Bibb LEC. This was his third arrest in Bibb County.
Wow. Well, the creep in the creek.
Yeah, creep in the creek. Yep.
Well,
but
I do have give us some good news.
Okay, I got it right here. There's a young guy who just graduated from college, and get this, he's 17 years old. 17-year-old Miramar resident James Martin graduates with a bachelor's degree in molecular biology.
Is that the video?
Wow, what
Yeah.
the hell is that? Anyway,
You can't.
Be over 18.
Oh,
molecular
okay.
biology.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm gonna go ahead and put the link on it. The link on it. Since since he is 17, he's still considered a minor, so we can't play it, unfortunately, because but just want to say congratulations to him. Anyway, he's a 17-year-old college graduate, and how many people can say that? And plus, and it's not some Rudy Pooty, fresh and fruity, cockatootie type major. I mean, molecular biology. I mean, it's in science. I mean, he's working with. He's working with fire now. So
yeah.
So hopefully, he will get his advanced degrees, maybe a master's and hopefully a PhD.
Hopefully, he won't burn anything down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bad Al, little bastard. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just glad. I'm just glad to see a good positive video on World Star Hip Hop, because usually when you go to World Star Hip Hop, you see about people getting fights in bus stops inside the bus.
You ever see that Hip Hop Atlanta, Hip Hop Love, and Hip Hop?
Yeah, I try to
disgusting, horrible show.
I try to avoid it, man. I try to avoid it. Sometimes I just want to say, why?
Yeah,
why my people? Why?
You talk about little bastards. I bet you all those people, their parents never married.
Of course.
Yeah, all those women and men that are on that show, they're all bastard children. None of them were married.
Yeah.
They all banged around and had those rotten kids, and then they grew up thinking more important, they're so important.
Mm-hmm. Also, in case I didn't get to say anything about it, unless you missed the previous hour, I said Bayard Rustin, one of the organizers of the 1963 March on Washington 50 years ago, he's going to be posthumously honored for the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Wow.
Given by.
So what are they
President
going to do? Dig
Barack
him up and shove it in his coffin? I mean,
they may give it to his surviving family members. So he's going to be given the award posthumously, and I guess his surviving family members will accept it.
Okay.
And he was as I said, he was one of the people who organized the 1963
Bayard Rustin. He's the original organizer for the Million Man March. It should have been 20 years earlier, but obviously because of his background, he never got the respect and the honor that's due him, and finally he gets it. Exactly.
Because in 1963, it would have been horrifying for a man to be outed like that in 1963, 50 years ago, a gay man, particularly a black gay man at that.
Meanwhile, Liberace was running around playing tunes all the time.
You know, opening up for Elvis and stuff.
Women loved him too. Anyway.
Yes. Also, in other news, Bibb deputies are looking for a vehicle in an ATM theft. Who knew? Wow.
Wow.
How about that?
ATM.
An ATM theft. Deputies are looking for a man and his vehicle after he allegedly stole an ATM machine. Around 3:37 a.m., the ATM was taken from the Mid-South Federal Credit Union on Bass Road yesterday morning, according to a news release. Bibb County deputies saw a male with a baseball cap in a truck with a large object in the back bed of his truck. Deputies lost him during a chase when he turned off his lights in the
He took the whole damn machine?
The whole machine, the whole kit and caboodle.
He had to have help.
Yeah. Deputies lost him during a chase when he turned off his lights in an unlit area of New Forest Side Road. They say the 90s is a 1990s based Chevy or GMC model truck, possibly metallic blue or with step sides or flares. Yeah. After the ATM machine alarm went off, deputies found a forklift in the credit union's parking lot and saw that the ATM was missing. So if you have any information on this case, you can call the Bibb County Sheriff's Office at 478-746-9441.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, at least now he doesn't have to walk to the store to pull money out.
Yeah. Question is, do you think he's gonna use his card to get some money out?
He may still have to pay the fee though.
Yeah. That's really bad right there. The price is definitely wrong right there.
You know, those machines only carry about $2,000 in excess.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You want more money than that? Too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a quick, rich, get quick, rich scheme.
Get rich quick scheme, yeah.
Well, yeah.
You know,
well,
it's going on 1028.
Stupid way to make money.
Yeah.
Aha. It's too hard. It's hard work. Steal an ATM machine.
Yeah.
Gotta carry that shit, throw it in the back of a pickup truck. You then gotta pull it off.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you got.
Why didn't you just go steal a refrigerator full of food?
You can't. Well, you can't pay. You can't play. You can't. You can't use chicken wings to pay for a plasma TV.
He said it's coming around here and rob a Family Dollar. He'd never get caught.
Okay, Mr. Mike, have a good day. Get some rest.
X-Smart.
Don't play with your mic. What else, Derek? What else we got? We got. By the way, as you know, Egypt is falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
Soon they're gonna have nuclear weapons that are gonna be in the hands of who the hell knows who?
Al Qaeda.
Mm-hmm. And they protest. The anxiety is building up. Egyptian violence is everywhere, and our president is still in Martha's Vineyard, trying to figure out if he should say anything. That's one thing I have to say. They dropped the ball on this shit. They should have called it a coup from the beginning. But instead, they didn't want to mess around with the aid, the $1.3 billion or 1.6. We're giving $1.6 billion to these people. Meanwhile, there's people, they're bullshitting about food stamp. They're bullshitting about welfare. They're bullshitting about all this other stuff, but yet they give away the money.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole country's one big make in Georgia. All screwed up. Bad politics.
Yes,
what do we got? Do we have Wordsmith yet?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do Wordsmith, Word Origin. We have a full half an hour before we get the hell out of here.
Oh, yeah, that's very true. Besides, I have a brand new story, but I'll get into that because I have a picture on here that hopefully...
yeah, quagmire. Yeah, thank you, Volpabai. It's a quagmire.
Definitely a quagmire. Today's Wordsmith, Words Origin, word of the day is farm. F-A-R-M. Really simple word, farm. Excuse me.
We're all going to be living on a farm and being forced labor.
Yeah. The specifically agricultural connotations of farm are surprisingly recent. The word comes ultimately from Latin firmare, F-I-R-M-A-R-E, which means make firm or fix, which produced a medieval Latin-derived noun firma, denoting fixed payment. English acquired the word via Old French ferme, F-E-R-M-E, and originally used it in just the sense, I will each of them have 4 days to drink when they pay their farm, by Barry Willis in 1463. Something of this early sense is preserved in the verbal usage farm out, which began to signify rent out. By the 16th century, the noun was shifting semantically from fixed rental payment to land lease for such payment for the purpose of cultivation, but only very gradually did the notion of farm being specifically a lease piece of land die out. And that's pretty much where you have right there.
All right, farm, folks. Old MacDonald had a farm.
E-I-E-I-O. And on his farm he was foreclosed. E-I-E-I no. And also,
wow, it's true. They're all being taken over by corporate America. That's why they're inventing like this stem cell meat that they're putting out, that hamburger that tastes dry.
Yeah.
Because we're running out of farmland to hold these animals.
We're running out of cows too.
Running out of cows too.
Test tube burger.
Just come to Macon, Georgia. You got plenty of cows walking around here. You kidding me?
Yeah.
Plenty.
Definitely.
Obese cow.
That's kind of funny. You talking about test tube burgers, and yesterday we talked about the first test tube baby, who turned 35 this this month.
Oh God, yeah. And she's a cow. Did you see her? Something happened to that test tube. She broke out of that test tube like a
Hulk smash.
More like a pitcher.
Wow.
One of those big tubs. Test tub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
she's a test tub baby.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm laughing. It's not even that funny. All right. Let me see. They want to turn us into commies. Yeah. They're never going to do that, Jay Close. They're never going to turn us into communists. But we are kind of socialists.
Yeah.
You know, when you come to think about it, that's what communism is, isn't it?
Well, it's a
form of socialism.
Yeah, and we do have Social Security, so
yeah. So we are socialists. Look at the military is a socialist institution.
Yeah, to an extent. Yeah. Also, here's who said it first. Who said this first? Out of the frying pan into the fire. It says various configurations go back several centuries BC, involved falling from a hot pan or cauldron into coals, or from smoke into flames. In 1532, the expression came into English when King Henry VIII, Lord Chancellor Sir Thomas More, expressed unrest about the direction in which Christian observance might be moving. In criticizing Bible translator William Tinsdale, More described heretics such as, "Let they like a flounder out of a frying pan into the fire." Thomas More was a brave man. His religious disapproval extended to disagreeing with Henry's marriage to Anne Boleyn and His Majesty's separation from the Catholic Church, for which impudence he was beheaded. So there you have it.
Yeah,
he had a big mouth just like Irv, and he ended up losing his head, literally.
Wow. And what was he saying or whatever?
Saying who said it first? Out of the frying pan into the fire.
Not bad. Is that the same guy who said it's like calling the pot calling the kettle black?
No, that's a whole other kettle.
Must have been a chef or some kind of kitchen guy to come up with that kind of analogy.
Yeah, I think that's another one for another time, I guess.
And I appreciate you being an admiring audience, Lager in Camp. By the way, Lager in Camp, are Did you run into that guy who kidnapped that blonde kid? Were you one of those people? Yeah. Well, who knows? Anyway.
Well, I did have one crazy story. It's a Hollywood story, I guess, before we go into training now.
All right.
This reality star, Bachelor star, dies after apparent suicide.
A Bachelor star?
Yeah.
From that show, The Bachelor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a she?
Yeah, it was a she, yes. She was one of the women who
were turned down?
Yeah.
Wow. Boy, she took that hard.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Man.
Former Bachelor contestant Gia Alaman died yesterday, 2 days after an apparent suicide attempt, a statement which was released on behalf of her family. She was 29 years old. Alaman was discovered unconscious Monday night by her boyfriend, NBA player Ryan Anderson, at her home in New Orleans. According to the statement, she was rushed to University Hospital where she remained unconscious and on life support. The family said that the model and reality TV personality was taken off life support yesterday, and she died peacefully with her mother, boyfriend, and other lifelong friends by her side. And that is a shame. Alaman appeared on season 14 of ABC's reality dating competition, The Bachelor, which aired in 2010 opposite commercial airline pilot Jake Pavelka. Although she didn't get the final rose signifying that she was his choice, she went on to compete in the first 2 seasons of the spin-off show Bachelor Pad.
That's very sad. She's a beautiful girl. I mean, I don't understand what happened. Would you allow some other human being to get you to the point that you say, I'm going to kill myself?
Mm-hmm.
Screw that.
I know. To be honest, though, sometimes I used to, when The Bachelor first came out, I used to think, like, man, that dude's lucky. He's going to get free booty, because he has to pick between 25 women, on then which one's going to be the one he has to give the rose to and all this type of stuff. And, it's kind of messed up. And her boyfriend, Anderson, who plays for the New Orleans Pelicans, said in a statement that he is grateful for the love and support of family, friends, and fans. And Mike Fleiss, the creator and executive producer of The Bachelor, released a statement saying the entire Bachelor family is tremendously saddened by the tragic passing of our friend Gia. She was truly a sweet and generous soul.
Yeah.
This is a devastating loss for anyone who ever knew her.
Listen, I've been cyberbullied myself. I know it is pretty emotionally upsetting. I mean, it really pisses me off to the point that I'm almost like, you ever get on a cell phone, you don't realize that you're screaming on the phone and yelling at somebody because they're making you upset.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the same shit happens. But to the point of going out and committing suicide, Ed, we're not supposed to have kids on. Please, for God's sake.
For God's sake.
I just don't want to get in trouble for this shit.
Yeah, don't want to get in trouble. But that was funny, though. That was a funny meme, though. I don't know.
But,
yeah,
anyway.
I think we need to find another outlet for our show.
No. We just have to stick to the rules. We don't have to have a bunch of kids on here. First of all, I don't find them that entertaining to begin with.
Don't get upset.
So,
Justine.
So anyway, what I'm saying is, going back to this girl and her death, it's a very sad thing that happens where people get so caught up with this kind of stuff that they go out and kill themselves. This is ridiculous. So like, you ain't got a life to live besides being on Facebook and worried about what people say on the internet.
Yeah,
not that bad.
On reality,
they can say whatever the hell they want to say, as long as you know it ain't true. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, you're right. You got a point. I mean, man. I remember one of my friends said, they were watching The Bachelorette. It's like, dang, how come they don't have any? Actually, the upcoming Bachelor that they're having now, they're going to have the quote unquote first Latino Bachelor, because all the other Bachelors have been white. White. They still haven't had an Asian or a black Bachelor though. That's the only I'm like, still, why we still haven't having one of those guys? Because I've yet to see one. Well, you see those black bachelors on The Bachelorette when she has to pick out of 25 guys, but
I know.
they don't even talk to the black bachelors. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to get kicked out. So
They're afraid.
Yeah.
They're afraid of getting wounded.
Yeah.
Too big for them to handle.
It was like, I remember he's like they didn't even interview him when he got into the limousine or something like that. When he went home, got turned down. They said, I'm sorry. Like, yeah, whatever. Deuces, I'm out. Peace out.
Anyway, so I don't know. What do you folks think? I mean, no verbal bite. Rocco's never going to cause any suicide here. If anything else, we're more concerned about him committing suicide.
Yeah. Maybe a homicide, but not a suicide. Maybe a homicide, but not a suicide.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, people. I'm kidding.
Yeah, and he wouldn't be responsible anyway.
Yes. Well, we already got it. You want to go into trending?
Yeah, let's do some trending over here, folks, before we get out of here. Okay. How can you do an Amber Alert, guys? Well, we do it without showing pictures.
Yes. We just give
give the information out. We put out a link.
Yes. Yes, we do. That's what we do.
That's I think Amber Alerts are more important than anything else here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we put it out.
Yes, exactly. Trending now, we have right now basically the top 10 subjects that are being clicked on and checked out.
Yes, you're right. You need pictures and description, but it's not useless because what they're looking for is a car and a license plate.
Yeah.
That's what they're searching for. They're not going to search for an individual. They're going to search for that car, and hopefully that individual is in that car.
Yeah, will lead to the missing person.
Or will lead to that car.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's all I'm saying.
Yes.
Not that important to have the picture. It's much more important to have the information to get that child with the car, with the color of the car, all that. We can show a picture of the car if we want.
Just not the child, though.
Yeah, just not the child.
Yes. Well, I have the trending now. The top 10 topics that they're clicking on Yahoo.com search engine. I'm going from number 10 to number 1. Number 10 is the Horowitz Bar Mitzvah. Number 9, Pelted with Eggs. Number 8, Hemp Fest. Number 7, Cisco layoffs. Number 6, Maelstrom fails test. Number 5, Coke aspartame. Number 4, new $100 bills. Number 3, Judge Judy's son. Number 2, gymnast Michaela Maroney. And number 1 trending now topic clicked on is Refrigerator Perry.
There you go. That last one.
Refrigerator Perry?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't heard from him in a while. Isn't that football player, Refrigerator guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to him?
Well, funny that you mentioned that. Funny, they had a story about this guy. People were wondering whether or not if he was still alive or if still alive or not, and it was just kind of weird that they talked about him. Goodness, man. Doggone ads all over the place.
Yeah, well, boy, it's hard to get to that. That Chicago Tribune, I guess they're feasting off of those ads.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get through 5 ads before you get to the story.
Yeah. William Refrigerator Perry is doing fine despite an erroneous death report.
Yeah.
It says that, this is from Fred Mitchell from the Chicago Tribune. Former Chicago's defensive lineman William Refrigerator Perry is alive and fine, according to his agent, and later Perry himself, despite a Twitter report to the contrary Wednesday morning tweet from yesterday. It said that Perry's agent, Adam Plotkin, told the Tribune, says, I know he's not dead, but I talked to Michael Dean Perry a few minutes ago, and I know that the Bears were down there interviewing Fridge on Saturday for Coach Mike Ditka's jersey retirement. Wow. But I did talk to Michael Dean, and he had gotten some calls, and Michael Dean said it was okay to confirm that Fridge is fine. Michael Dean Perry is Refrigerator Perry's brother. He also played in the NFL. He played 7 years in the NFL, mainly with Cleveland Browns. And he says, William Perry confirmed himself on yesterday afternoon, tweeting at FridgePerry72. Says, I heard the rumors that I passed away online. Hashtag SMH, shaking my head. Just want to let everyone know that they're not true and I'm doing fine. Thanks, guys. Wow, I guess that's
there you
good.
go. He's still alive.
He's still alive.
Still holding food down.
Yeah.
Still doing that.
Yes.
Perry must be in his 40s, Bad Owl says.
Let's see. Okay, the Super Bowl, he was a part of the 1985 Chicago Bears team. He was a rookie, so he had to be at least 22 years old. And this was 1985. That was 28 years ago. So he's about 49, 50. Yeah, 49, 50 years old. Getting close to 50. Yeah.
Wow. What else?
I want to check out Michaela Maroney.
Yeah, Michael's Navy.
Yes. Yes, this is about Michaela Maroney. Those who know Michaela Maroney, she made that little funny face during the 2012 London Olympics. She was part of the Fierce Five U.S. gymnastics team that won the team gold last year.
I have no freaking clue. What face does she make? Oh.
That one. Because she ended up getting a silver,
Well,
instead
right
of
back
gold.
at her. What's her story?
Well, I mean,
put the link up on the thing.
Okay.
So these people know what you're looking at.
Yes, it says in Hartford, Connecticut, Michaela Maroney is not doing it to impress you. That was 2012. She gets it, and she really does. Even a year removed from the look that launched 1,000 internet maymays, the two-time Olympic medalist gets bombarded with nearly daily requests to make that face that launched her from the disappointed runner-up to a budding star.
Yeah.
And most times she obliges. Hey, it was funny, even if it was misunderstood. Standing on the podium in the O2 Arena, lips pursed to the side after a stunning fall on her second vault cost Maroney the goal of the prize she spent nearly her entire life chasing. She looked like the unhappiest person to ever have an Olympic medal draped around her neck. Only that wasn't it. Yeah, she wasn't exactly thrilled with the idea of standing a step below the spot where she envisioned her dreams. If she's being honest, the moment that Maroney's mind was thousands of miles away as the Romanian national anthem blared for gold medalist Sandra Izbasa. But as we know, she's going to go for it again with the Fierce Five again in the 2016 Summer Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil.
Wow.
So
we got some breaking news. Obama has canceled the U.S.-Egyptian military exercise and says the Egyptian government should lift the state of emergency. So there you have it. Now we're not going to even do any military exercises with Egypt. So it's slowly withering away, and that country will be taken over by some Al-Qaeda hoo-has or kooks. And one more down, and how many more to go? I mean, that whole freaking place is a cesspool right now with animals running around, people, cities destroyed, families displaced. All sorts of mayhem going on there.
Oh, yeah.
We should be lucky we're here.
No doubt. Definitely no doubt.
Yeah.
I'm going to send in, I got a brand new breaking news story. This is also from Trending Now. You definitely might like to check this out. If you want to check out the picture, Ed, you can go right ahead. I'm just going to go preface the story. It is one of the Trending Now themes that they had, basically about new $100 bills.
No.
The new $100 bills.
That money, this money that they have now, this American money, doesn't even look American anymore. It looks like something out of frickin' China.
Out of China?
It used to be green. I don't even know what color it is.
Everything's made in China now.
Yeah. But
except the underwear.
Everything was green and black or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
well,
now it's like pink
They're
and
using special paper, little fibers, watermarks, all kinds of shit. Because people, every time you do that, people figure out how to look. If an American figured out how to make it, so you can't counterfeit it, another American figure out how to counterfeit it.
Yeah, exactly. Kind
Americans
of
are smart.
Yeah, kind of like I was going to Office Depot and they had some blank Blu-ray DVDs to use for I guess to make whole movies. So now you can have bootleg Blu-rays now.
Yeah, it's true, ATT. I understand that they it helps counterfeiters. It helps out with counterfeiters. But the problem is that it used to be that American money was all green. That's why they called it greenback. They call it all sorts of stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Now it's multicolored. I'm looking at this now. It's got now peach in it.
Red, white, and blue. Yeah, well, according to the story, this is from MSN.com, says when your solution to the nation's economic woes involves printing more money, it pays to at least get the printing part right. And the Federal Reserve has originally planned to put a redesigned $100 bill into circulation back in by 2011, 2 years ago. It was going to have a tiny 3D bits that moved when you tilted the bill, a revised hidden message on Ben Franklin's collar, and a Liberty Bell that changes color. But instead, the project has been plagued by setback after setback, and according to the New Yorker, yet another production error has postponed on these new bills again. So basically, it's not as if the $100 bill is one of our nation's biggest exports or anything. It says that a massive printing error, which some notes were left with a blank spot, prevented a new $100 bill going into public in 2011. Now, the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, BEP, says the latest batch of bills have been scuttled by mashing, which occurs when too much ink is applied to the paper and the artwork's lines aren't as crisp as they should be. And the recent batches of the Washington, D.C. plant contain clearly unacceptable notes mixed with passable ones, according to a July memo of employee from Larry Felix. It says the Fed is returning more than 30 million $100 notes and demanding a refund, while another $30 billion worth waits to be examined. So they're examining $30 billion worth of new $100 bills, and hopefully it will pass, the $25 bill. Can you make change? Can you make change? Malia, Sasha, go to bed. I'm trying to make some change here. Yes.
Oh my God.
And don't be twerking.
$25 bill. It looks good though as a $25 bill.
Like half
makes it easy. Oh, look at that.
Was that the $1 million bill? Oh my goodness.
Look at that.
Roughly 84% of the new cash in circulation since 1990 have been the form of $100 bills. They made up 77% of the value of all cash in circulation in 2012, just up from 52% in 1990. Basically, anyone who wants to stash $1 million away from Uncle Sam or exchange it for something the government doesn't like only needs a bunch of $100 bills, a large briefcase, and some motivation. Meanwhile, the amount of U.S. currency being held abroad has jumped from $280.4 billion in 1990 to more than $454 billion today. Says $9 bill. The Commerce Department considers it an increase in foreign-owned assets in the U.S., kind of like a zero-interest loan. But folks in financially troubled countries like Greece and Cyprus are using U.S. currency as a hedge behind the euro. And a Federal Reserve study says 65% of all $100 bills in existence circulate outside the U.S. Can you believe that?
Yeah. All that money laundering that's going on.
Yeah.
It's easy to exchange, I guess.
Yeah.
By the way, in that picture with Obama's wife, she looked sinister in that picture. She didn't look pretty. I like Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
And she's pretty too.
Mm-hmm.
The prettiest first lady we've had in a long time.
Well, yeah, since Jackie, I believe.
Jackie. And Jackie wasn't all that. Her eyes were too separated.
Yeah.
It seemed like they were on both sides of her head.
I had one other.
Anyway,
other story from Trending Now before we go into celebrity birthdays. It basically says that Coca-Cola aspartame ad defends the use of the artificial sweetener. Now that's a wing dang dinger for you.
Somebody was mentioning that. Somebody was mentioning that earlier about this story. Go ahead. It was Vorpalbite, yeah. Vorpalbite was.
Yeah, it says Coca-Cola is fighting back against claims that the sugar substitute the company uses to sweeten their diet drinks are not safe. In an ad posted to Twitter by Beverage Digest, the soda giant defended its use of low to no calorie sweeteners. It says that our use of high-quality, low and no-calorie sweeteners, including aspartame, allows us to give people great-tasting options that they can feel good about, Coca-Cola claimed in the ad. Time and again, these low and no-calorie sweeteners have shown to be safe. It's $0, but shown to be safe, high-quality alternatives to sugar. The company particularly defended its use of aspartame, composed of aspartic acid and phenylalanine, claiming its safety was supported by more than 200 studies over the last 40 years. This is the Coca-Cola's first ad defending the use of artificial sweeteners. The commercial is a part of a campaign launched by the company in January to combat claims that its products contributed to obesity in society. Isn't that kind of weird that aspartame, that's the stuff that's supposed to be cancerous, right?
Yep, that's what they said. Aspartame is really bad for brain and immune system, according to AT&T.
They found something in Mountain Dew also, bromide or something like that, which is supposed to be poisonous.
Yeah.
And that's usually an aspartame sweetener. I think that's Equal, right?
Yep.
Equal, yeah. The one in the blue pack. That blue pack.
That's
has
the one
no
that gave
aspartame.
mice humps on their back or some shit.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Or was that Sweet and Low?
I don't know about Sweet and Low. People hate, I don't know anyone who likes Sweet and Low. That's the nastiest, bitterest.
Brominated vegetable oil. That's what's in Mountain Dew.
Oh.
And it's, look it up, guys.
Okay, he says aspartame is the shit that E. coli bacteria excrete. It tastes sweet, so they use it as an alternative to sugar. Is that right, Madam Rita?
Wow, so that explains why I see a whole lot of Splenda packets instead of Equal now.
Yeah. Follow that person in the bathroom and you'll see what happened. I did research on it. Wow, that's incredible. I mean, that is pretty nasty, but you know, look, they're having coffee made out of elephant shit and monkey shit. Why not?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway.
Who would have thought?
God.
But can you believe I found some some incredible celebrity birthdays today?
Oh, great. Let's see some birthdays. We got 3 minutes.
Jennifer Lawrence, Hollywood star who played in Katniss Everdeen in The Hunger Games and Raven in X-Men in First Class, and she won her very first Oscar Best Actress in 2013 earlier this year for Silver Lining Playbook. Yeah. She turns 23 years old today. Joe Jonas hit the spotlight as a vocalist of the Jonas Brothers. Was nominated for a Grammy Award for Best New Artist 2008. He turns 24 years old.
There you go. Baby.
Ben Affleck, Oscar-winning actor who became known for his role in Good Will Hunting, who later directed and acted in the Academy Award-winning film Argo, which won earlier this year. He's also married to former Alias star Jennifer Garner. Ben Affleck is 41 years old today. Powerful French general and emperor from 1804 to 1815, Napoleon Bonaparte was born on this day in 1769. He died in 1821.
Yes.
He would have been
good old nippy.
Would have been 244 years old. Carl Edwards, NASCAR driver, won the Busch Series in 2007 and tied for the Sprint Cup Championship in 2011. Turns 34 years old. Julia Child was born on this day in 1912. She died in 2004. She was the French chef who brought the love of cooking to TV viewers. Yes. Rose Marie played writer Sally Rogers on the Dick Van Dyke Show. She turns 90 years old.
Wow, she's still around?
Still around. Anthony Anderson starred in the series Law & Order as Detective Kevin Bernard. He turns 43. Deborah Messing, most notable as the Grace Adler in the NBC Emmy-winning television series Will and Grace. She turns 45. Princess Anne, the only daughter of Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth II, who was an Olympian and philanthropist. She turns 63 years old.
She's so homely looking.
Hey, she can't.
Even the Queen is prettier than she is.
She can't help that. I'm just. Kerry Walsh Jennings, a 6-time Olympic gold medalist for beach volleyball. She turns 35 years old today. Mike Connors, best known as the hardball detective Mannix, he turns 88 years old today.
Not bad.
Rondell Sheridan, actor who played the father of Victor Baxter, Raven Simone's father in That's So Raven, and Corey in the House. He turns 55 years old today. Tess Arbor, Miss Pinkman from Breaking Bad, turns 63 years old. Melinda Gates created a charitable foundation with her husband, the very, very rich billionaire Bill Gates, who's the creator of Microsoft. She turns 49. Got a whole lot of money. Billy Griffin became the lead singer of the Miracles when Smokey Robinson left in 1972. He turned 63 years old. Peter Alexis Shukoff, this is a new one, also known as Nice Peter, YouTube internet personality known for producing YouTube comedy series Epic Rap Battles of History, which we played a couple of times.
Yes.
Here, he turns 34. Let's see. Natasha Henstridge, stunningly beautiful movie actress who outstanding performances in Species and the whole 9 yards. She turns 39. Quentin Aaron debuted breakthrough role, was playing in the movie Blindside for the portrayal of Michael Oher, who won the Super Bowl for the Baltimore Ravens earlier this year. He turns 29. Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu, a Mexican film director known for several award-winning films like Babel and 21 Grams. He turns 50. Pat Priest, wow, she's still alive? Pat Priest, the soft-featured actress who played Marilyn Munster in the Munsters. She turns 77 years old today. 77. And let's see.
Marilyn?
Yeah, Marilyn.
Wow.
Pat Priest.
Her and Eddie Munster are the only ones alive, I guess.
Yeah, pretty
and
much.
Spot.
Yeah, she turns 77. Chris Judd, former ex of J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez. He's a choreographer from Abilene, Texas. He turns 44 years old. Linda Ellaby, a journalist and breast cancer survivor. She turns 69. And let's see, and Gary Kubiak, NFL head coach with the Houston Texans, who won 3 Super Bowls as an assistant coach. He turns 52.
Wow, there you have it. Happy birthday to all you people living and dead.
Yes.
No, don't call and order a pizza, Hawkeye.
Yeah. Yeah, they go, no. I called my mom's boyfriend and acted like I wanted to sell him discounted condoms. He hung up on me. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, like him.
I got an idea. Here's a funny one.
Yeah.
Next time y'all, like you're at the courthouse and you can get in the elevator with like 5 other people, turn around and go, I guess you're all wondering why I gathered you all here today.
Wow. Incredible way to end the show.
Yeah.
Do you know what you hear when you put your ear up to a stranger's thigh?
What?
What the fuck are you doing?
Yes, AT&T.
Yo, mama. Say goodnight, Dick.
Yeah, good night, Dick. After all, we want to thank all our guests and chatters and stuff, and we'll see you tomorrow for Flippin' Friday.
Yeah.
As on behalf of Ed and Irv, this is DB here talking about, can you smell what the roast is brewing?
Thank you all. We've mentioned you before. We love you all. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hawkeye, just dial I Suck Goats. That'll get you to us. I Suck Goats.
Thank you, Miss Rita. Thank you, Madam Rita. Thank you, Mr. Shitter. I'll never forget it.